goes down tonight in Millersburg in a game that very well may decide who will be crowned kings of the OCC by the end of the season. It's the defending champion West Holmes Knights trying to stay perfect against a hungry pack of senior high Tigers, and it's all coming your way, live and free, next.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
At the Keelbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience. Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report. Welcome back to West Holmes High School for the Park National Bank pregame show, and it's a massive OCC showdown between Mansfield Senior and the defending league champion Knights of West Holmes. Along with Effie James, my name is Brian Skowronski, and this is a new budding rivalry, I think, Effie, between the athletes that are currently on both of these rosters. There's a lot at stake here in this one already.
Well, right from the beginning, you know, this is a conference opener, but like we've been talking about, it feels like a conference championship game. And you know, the way the league is situated now, so many teams are going to be quality teams. You've got to approach every game like it's a championship game. So the Tigers and the Knights both get a chance to see one another right from the beginning. And it's going to be an exciting night. I think it's going to be a great game.
Tigers will be looking, of course, to bounce back after they were a bit, I would say, outclassed last week against, you know, maybe one of the top 5, top 10 best teams in the state. And for Mansfield, you're looking to certainly look a whole lot better here, but it's a different feeling, I think, and a different vibe out here. There's some more familiarity that they're used to playing this squad.
Right, and I think if you ask Coach Bradley and his staff, I'm sure they'd say that was a great teaching moment. I'm sure they got a lot of use out of that film from last week, teaching their kids a lot of things about fundamentals, about playing hard all the time, not taking breaks, and things like that. So they got a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom, I believe, from that game. Probably not much else, but either way, I think it's going to work out in their favor because now they can step back down here into reality in the OCC conference against a really quality team in West Holmes who has been really good here for the last few years. They've been really competitive.
I think even better than that, Effie. I think you might be able to argue this is their best stretch in program history, 21-2 in their last 23 games,
Wow.
which included their first ever trip to the state Final Four a season ago. 14-0 is what they did last year, and they're continuing that regular season streak so far. And you look at the scores. They put up 41, 51, and 56 last week in a win over Licking Valley.
Right. They're a team that, you know, they have – we talked about a few weeks ago about teams when I think we were at Lucas, and we talked about just a winning culture and attitude. And it's so hard to get, but once you get it, your teams, your players, your coaches, everybody, your community expects you to win, and that really that really gives you a lot more energy. That gives you a lot more focus when it comes time to prepare. So, and I really think that the coaches here at West Holmes have done a great job of bringing in a winning culture to the school, and which allows them to not only compete, but as we can see so far this year, dominate their opponents to this point.
A big reason for their success, no question about it. Sam Williams-Dixon, the junior, 5'11", 200 pounds, already entered the end zone 7 times. He's only got 7 catches on the season. He's one of those versatile threats, though. He could definitely have double-figure receiving games if they need him to. You got to keep an eye on him at all times.
Yeah, he's what they call an all-time home run hitter. He can take it to the end zone from anywhere, from any position. They'll line him up outside. He'll catch the ball from the outside. He can take it, of course, from the running back position. But Williams-Dixon is an extremely talented athlete, and he is going to be a handful, not just for Tigers, but for anybody who plays West Holmes. But, the Tigers have got to have eyes on Williams-Dixon, and I'm sure they know that. But they also have to be able to guard against West Holmes' entire offense. So that's going to be the challenge for the Tigers tonight. But Williams-Dixon, as we talked about, is an outstanding athlete, and he requires much attention from the Tigers tonight.
One of the bright spots for Mansfield Senior last week in the loss against Massillon, I think you could argue, though, was Amar Davis. He leads the team in every statistical category when it comes to receiving, Effie, and he just looks a little different when he has the ball than pretty much anybody else on the field. I would think this would be the guy that if you're West Holmes and their coaching staff, they've identified Amar, the star, as that dude.
No question. He is a guy that, again, once he gets his hands on the ball in space, he is very difficult to tackle, and he's got great speed, and he's got that type of speed that's got quick acceleration. So the guys that do the best in football are guys that go from 0 to 100 in the shortest amount of time. And Amar Davis is one of those guys that can get to top speed in a very short amount of time, which makes him a handful in the open field. So he certainly is a star. I was going to say in the making, but he is already a star right now for the Senior High Tigers.
So there you have it, folks. That's our breakdown for the Park National Bank pregame. We are going to be live here on video with the opening kickoff, but then due to some structural contracts that they have over here at West Holmes with one entity owning the live stream exclusive providership, we are going to have to do more of an audio broadcast, but they're at least nice enough. We can show you instant replays after about every down. So we will be able to keep you up with the action. It just won't be 100% live. But we always find a way to make it happen for the folks, Effie.
We find a way here at the OH Report. We're all about our fans. We're going to make it happen for you.
So here we go. The opening kickoff just about set to be booted away by Sean Putt. And it's going to be a low one. Take a couple of hops, field it at about the 24-yard line. And it'll be a decent return here for Quinn Cordwell. And West Holmes will set up shop at about the 35-yard line. And I'm really excited to see this offense and all the different assets that they have, Effie, because it's more than just Sam Williams-Dixon.
Right, and Williams-Dixon has, of course, had a great season so far. Kyle Maltrich, who we'll talk about here in a little bit, is another one of the big stars of this West Holmes Knights offense that the Tigers are going to have to definitely watch him tonight as well.
So on first down here, Knights are going to come out. They'll spread them out. 2 backs. Williams-Dixon initially lined up in the slot. He'll now move into the backfield. Quarterback is Mason Wolf. He turns. He hands off to Williams-Dixon. Got tripped up. Nice play getting into the backfield that time by Ricky Mills. No surprise.
Yeah, Ricky Mills beats his man off the left side, was untouched, was in the backfield, and made Williams-Dixon cut right away, which allowed the Tigers to get into the backfield and cover him up.
It's going to be no huddle, and West Holmes going to the air. They've got a completion. Nate Fair all the way into Tiger territory. Show it to you right now.
That's a great switch up of tempo. The Tigers had a big stop on first down. They popped the receiver right over the middle on a hot pass for a nice pickup and a first down for Nate Fair.
So again, no huddle necessary here for West Holmes. And they're going to hand it off. Williams-Dixon bounces off the first would-be tackler, but Mills got him again right at the 35.
Yeah, That time it was Mekhi Bradley who beat his man across the line of scrimmage. And as we talked about, all eyes are on Williams Dixon because he's the motor of this offense. And if they can control him, they're going to have a good chance of slowing down this Knight offense.
So it'll be second down, 35-yard line of the opponent, Williams Dixon, the running back. And Wolf's going to keep it all the way, finds a seam, spinning through a little gap, and he's got a nice pickup of about 9 yards.
Yeah, Mason Wolf that time on the speed option is taking advantage of the Tigers showing so much attention to Williams Dixon. They had 2 guys assigned to the tailback, so he just turned it up, kept it, got a nice pickup, leaves him with 3rd and short.
You saw it right there on the Mel's Cells instant replay. Melanie Bradley, one of the best in the Mansfield City School District at hustling those houses. So it's going to be 3rd down short, big down for both sides. It's going to be 2 wide receivers split out to the top. One comes in motion, right to left. It's Williams Dixon, left side all the way. He's got a burst. He's got a 1st down.
And again, just power football by the Knights off the left tackle. And Williams Dixon, they pulled the backside guard and ran that up off the left tackle. Williams Dixon, if you can't get him in the backfield and he gets going, he's going to fall forward for the 1st down.
On 1st down, though, it's going to be no gain, maybe a short loss by Williams Dixon. And guess who? Ricky Mills coming through to make the stop yet again.
Yeah, and that's how you're going to have to stop Williams Dixon. You've got to get him to make a cut in the backfield. If he starts getting downhill and if he gets to the line of scrimmage with a head of steam, it's going to be tough to bring him down. So a couple times in this drive, the Tigers have been able to get in the backfield and make him cut early, which changes the gain on the run. That time a very short gain, actually a loss on that play.
Be shotgun formation this time. Trips out to the far hash. Williams Dixon, the lone back. He'll stay in as a blocker, throwing near side, almost picked off. Keontae Bradley had a beat on it, couldn't squeeze it, but it makes it 3rd down for the Tiger D.
That is a mid out, looks like about a 10-yard out. Keontae Bradley had a great jump on it. He saw the route, he jumped the route. He was right there, and I know he wants that one back because he had his hands on it, and that would have been a pick 6 for the Tiger D.
Fans up on their feet for this 3rd down. You see the scoreboard shaking up here in the away bleachers. Wolf back to pass. Pressure coming down. He slings it out. Williams Dixon, lots of space to the right side, looking to make a move. Throws a stiff arm and eventually forced out of bounds, but not until after a huge pickup all the way down to, I think, just outside the 5.
Williams Dixon with the short, shallow crossing route. Tigers were in man-to-man coverage there, and he just got the space that he needed. And once again, he catches it at top speed, and he's going to fall forward. A 15-yard gain to pick up the 1st down for the Knights.
So 1st down and goal, man in motion. It's Williams Dixon met in the backfield. Ricky Mills, this dude's been unbelievable.
Right. I think Ricky Mills might have stole a game plan.
It looks like it.
I think he stole at least the running portion because he has been in the backfield on just about every time they turn to give it to Williams Dixon. Ricky Mills is right there in the backfield for the stop.
So we've got a timeout on the field. It's going to be an official's timeout.
West Holmes playing with a little bit of tempo. They've mixed it up a little bit on the Tigers. They've thrown it a little bit. They've ran it effectively. So they're giving the Tigers a lot to look at here early in the 1st quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be 2nd down and 10. I think West Holmes can get a 1st down, just barely at about the half-yard line. And they're going to throw it to the end zone. A lot of contact. Bradley looked like he had a hand around the hip, but hey, no penalty for the Tigers.
Wow, I thought that was a flag.
I'm a little shocked myself. It's going to be 3rd down.
Yeah, he was. The receiver had a step on Keontae Bradley, and Bradley was there.
Oh, wow.
I think he just may have just put his arm in there a little bit early, but
you know what they call that? Defensive pass interference. But hey, Keontae's got away with it.
Well, games like this is always evens out. Those calls will even out, guaranteed.
The intended target was Kevin Maltrich, who's been a red zone threat all season long. They're throwing to him again. Back corner of the end zone. Bradley yet again there with the coverage. It's going to be 4th down.
Well, and that's where the Tigers want to keep the Knights tonight. They want to keep them in positions where they have to throw the football. And, you know, that pass, it was great coverage by the Tigers secondary, so nowhere really to go with the ball for Mason Wolf. He just put it in a place where either his guy can get it or it will go out of bounds. So the Tigers get a stop, at least hold them to a field goal attempt here on the first drive that looked pretty promising for a little bit.
So here comes Nick Ginsburg into the game, looking to get West Holmes on the board. 27-yard attempt is up. It is pure. It's through, and West Holmes takes the lead.
Well, the Tigers end up giving up 3 points there, but I would say based on how that drive was going, a couple big plays in the midst of that drive, the Tigers tightened up inside the red zone and forced the field goal attempt, but a couple big plays, and we saw a lot of what West Holmes can do offensively. We saw their power running game. We saw their quick passing game. We even saw an option play from the West Holmes offense. So they have got a lot of things in their package that the Tigers are going to have to deal with tonight.
So West Holmes strikes first. 8:22 to go here in the opening quarter. Successful opening drive for the Knights. And we'll see if a Mansfield Senior offense that was shut out a week ago against a very strong Massillon team can get something going here on their opening drive. I think it will go a long way for the rest of the night, Effie, if they can get some success going here early on in the game.
Right, and we talked about the big thing for the Tigers is they are going to have to establish the run tonight and make sure that they are able to sustain drives and take some time off the clock and establish themselves in the run game. And then Duke Reese will be more comfortable as a passer, and you won't have to count on him throwing the ball 20, 25 times tonight.
It's going to be a kickoff that comes near sideline, is going to roll out of bounds in front of Keontae Bradley. So the flag comes out, and the Tigers will set up shop at the 35-yard line.
You know, I'll tell you what, anytime a team kicks it out of bounds, and I know that's great field position, but, you know, I look at the skill guys from the Tigers, and I'd always, I'd make them kick it again. Like, I want them to kick it to our guys and see if we can't get a big play in the special teams game.
Mansfield's electing to just take it at the 35.
Which is why I'm up here in the box with you, Ryan. That's the big reason why.
Sometimes bad things can happen in the return game, Effie, so it all evens out at the end of the day. First down, Zion Brown near side, no room, dropped almost immediately. Isaiah Darson coming through with the stop.
Baldridge came through, and he was untouched from his linebacker position and made contact right close to the line of scrimmage on that first down play. Tigers coming out, again, like we talked about, trying to establish the run and see if they can get some things going on the ground against this West Holmes defense.
So it's going to be Reese with 3 receivers to his left. Brown, the lone back, they'll give it to him, makes a jump cut. But there's 3 West Holmes players there to greet him in the hole. Matter of fact, there wasn't a hole.
No.
Gobbled up immediately.
Right, and looking up front, there was just no push from there was a push, but it was the West Holmes Knights pushing the offensive line into the backfield, and that always spells trouble when your back is making a cut before he even gets the ball. So, you know, if the Tigers want to establish the run, they are going to have to get some movement up front. They're facing a 3rd and long here, so let's see if, you know, Reese will pass the ball here if they've got something else brewing for the Tiger offense.
He's looking down the middle. Now the lefty throws near side. The receiver slips and fell down. The intended target, Amar Davis. It's a quick 3 and out for the TY Tigers.
Wow, that is exactly what you don't want. But, you know, offensively, you know, Amar Davis runs a 12-yard out, which, you know, one of the passes that Duke Reese is really comfortable throwing. He actually was open. He just slipped, and that's one of those things that happens. That's why you can't get into 3rd and long where you have to throw it to complete that pass. But nonetheless, Tigers are 3 and out, which is worst-case scenario for them on the road against, like you talked about, the defending champion, giving them another shot on the offensive end.
going to be a punt by La Owens, and it took a very favorable Tiger bounce. I mean, so many woes in the punting game a week ago, Effie, and it looks like almost more of the same here, kind of bailed out, as you'll see.
Right. Well, and at least this time, you know, they get some protection. But that time, ball just Lala didn't get much of the football to punt, and luckily though for the Tigers, it got a good roll, gets them down inside the West Holmes 35-yard line.
Second drive for the Knights. Starts at their own 39, direct snap to Williams-Dixon. Tigers all over it, gang tackled in the backfield. But you know who was there first.
Right, and the thing that the Tiger defense has established is, like, if you're West Holmes, if you're going to run the ball, it will not be with Williams-Dixon, not so far anyway. They are going to have to show other things offensively, and that's the defensive game plan, to make them score and move the ball in other ways, otherwise than giving it to Williams-Dixon.
So it's going to be an empty backfield this time for Wolf. Williams-Dixon's going to be the lone receiver to the near side, 3 up top. And he's looking for Sam Williams-Dixon, going deep to him, and he's got him burnt. Sam Williams-Dixon is going to take it into the end zone for a Knights touchdown. However, a flag is on the field.
Well, and it was a blatant push off by Williams-Dixon, and it was right at the moment that it had to be. Jonte O'Brien on the coverage, and he was there. He was in good position, as you can see, but when he goes to turn, Williams-Dixon gives him a good shove, just enough room to catch the football. Good call by the official, but you can see that is one of the, Williams-Dixon is a big play guy. He is there. He's going to try to make big plays, and they're going to try to exploit this Tiger man-to-man defense.
So what they thought was going to be a huge shot heard around Holmes County instead is going to back them up. And you saw it there on the replay, as Effie alluded. It was pretty blatant. Big push off, fully extended. I think it's the right call.
And I don't know if he needed to, Brian. I mean, it would have to be a perfect throw. It was not a bad throw by Wolf. It'd be, I don't know if he had to. I think he would have been more comfortable and easy of a catch with that push. But Jonte O'Brien with good coverage. But they do get the penalty and back up the Knights.
Maltrich comes in motion. They'll pitch it to him. He's going to throw it. Oh, my gosh. He's got Zevin Proper behind the defense. Ricky Mills makes a touchdown-saving tackle. But the big plays keep on coming here for the Knights.
Wow. And you can see that coming on the pitch. And, Zevin Proper, if he hadn't stumbled, it'd be a score right now. But the old pitch sweep pass caught the Tigers sleeping there on the wide side of the field.
It's actually Isaiah Darson that was able to make that touchdown-saving tackle. And you're right, if not for that turf monster catching just a piece of his shoestring, that was 6 for sure.
Yes.
5.5 minutes ago here in the opening frame, Williams-Dixon has not had breathing room. 3 Tigers take him down in the backfield.
Williams-Dixon right now, that is his 7th carry. He has got a net of 2 yards on the evening and 7 carries for Williams-Dixon, and that lets you know, at least from the backfield anyway, the Tigers are not going to allow him to run from the backfield and get much yardage. That is the defensive game plan. So, and it's been working well in that respect for the Tigers.
Wolf going over to the sideline, double checking the play. Looks like they're going to make a bit of an adjustment here. 2 receivers to each side. Williams-Dixon the lone back. He's from the gun. Sam's got the carry, but again, Mansfield's doing an excellent job at the line of scrimmage of winning some of their one-on-one matchups. And one of his best runs is only 2 yards.
Right, and one of the things that they have decided is, like, look, they're going to get up the field, and, if West Holmes is not going to do anything to counter that with short passes or play action, which we haven't seen much of, they're going to have success. But right now, Williams-Dixon is spread out in the slot on the wide side, and that's one of the things that they have had success with, is putting him outside. And they ran a shallow route with him on the last drive, trying to get him the ball in space.
They'll bring Maltrich in motion. They're going to pitch it to him again. He'll take off and run this time, looking to catch the edge, won't find it. It's going to be 4th down for the Knights. He's going to be well shy of first down yardage. And at the 28-yard line of the Tigers, clearly this 4-down territory.
For sure. And, you know, that's a play that looked an awful lot like the pitch sweep pass. That time Maltridge keeps it, tries to get positive yardage. 4th and about 5 here for the Knights. And let's see if the Tigers can get off the field.
Huge play. They'll motion Williams-Dixon from the slot into the backfield. Checking over at the sideline. Play clock burning down. Looks like West Holmes probably going to take a timeout here, discuss some things, and get themselves in the best situation they can for a huge 4th down play.
Right.
Already leading 3-zip here, Effie, and, you know, we talked about it. This is a West Holmes team that's more than just Sam Williams-Dixon because, you know, he's done nothing so far.
Right. He's again, 8 carries for 4 net yards. And, you know, but he is, like what I tell people, he's like the Steph Curry of this game where it doesn't matter whether he scores or not. The fact that he's on the field affects what you have to do defensively. And when he lines up, especially when he lines up outside of the backfield, it changes your defensive look and changes what you have to do on the defensive end. So, the Knights have been creative about where they put him and where they place him to try to give the Tigers a little bit more to think about defensively, and that's been opening up some other avenues for them offensively.
Biggest play of the game coming up so far. Tigers coming back out onto the field for this 4th down. West Holmes offense already lined up, and it looks like they're going to go with another 4-receiver set. Williams-Dixon in the slot to Wolf's right. He's in the gun.
And Tigers in full out man-to-man. They've got 7 guys in the box. They're either going to bring a rush.
And they will. The heat's going to get there. Drop down for a sack. Kai Bradley got there first. And then a couple of other Tigers finish him up, gobbling him off. Ahmad Thomas amongst them. And
not many teams can do that defensively. Where you spread out, they go cover 0. All out man-to-man, and then bring the blitz. Makai Bradley is spying the quarterback, does a great job. When that quarterback steps up, he meets him right there at the line of scrimmage. Great defensive call and execution by the Tiger D.
So Mansfield Senior does their part on defense, as they have basically all season long. So it's going to keep the West Holmes advantage just 3-0. Tigers get the ball for the second time tonight offensively. Went 3 and out on their previous possession. And Reese is going to start this drive with Zion Brown on his hip to the right. 3 receivers to the near side. Amar Davis split out up top, 1-on-1. Looks like it's going to be a busted play, and Duke's going to get busted in the backfield.
Yeah, that was right from the beginning. You could tell that wasn't – play clock ran down to 1 before they got the snap, and I think some of the Tiger offensive players didn't get the play call. So that was, again, loss of play, a big loss of down. They already went out 3 and out on the first drive. So this is an important drive for the Tigers to get some positive things going offensively.
They're going to start, though, in a 5-yard hole already buried in 2nd down. 2.5 minutes in rolling here in the first. This time Duke steps up, clean pocket, going deep, near side, got a man. Davis tries to adjust, can't make the catch. Excellent coverage by Zevin Proper.
You know, Zevin Proper, step for step, he gave great cushion to Amar Davis. And I think Reese had decided right from the beginning where he was going, even though there's about 8 or 9 yards cushion off Amar Davis. And he decided he was going to give him a shot at it anyway. And, you know, like you said, great coverage by Zevin Proper, number 1 of the West Holmes defense. Brings up 3rd and long for the Tigers, and right now, you know, what do? It's, you know what I mean? It's 3rd and long. You went 3 and out on the first drive. You've got to make something happen right here.
They've got a bunch formation to the near side of the field. Keontae Bradley running down the hash line. Duke steps up looking for him. It's way underthrown. And it goes over the top of everybody. Almost could have been a push in the back that time on Bradley.
Right.
But instead, it's off target, 4th down, and the Tigers 3 and out for the 2nd straight drive.
Well, and I think, again, what West Holmes has done, you know, this is a great defensive matchup so far. The West Holmes defense has decided no, you're going to have to throw the ball. Both teams have decided they're not going to run to win, and they're putting a lot of pressure on the Tiger offense to complete passes. To this point, they have not been able to. Duke Reese right now 0 for 3 passing, and Tigers again 3 and out, just not able to get anything going offensively.
Fair catch called for by Maltrich. He runs up, can't make the catch though, so it'll take a Tiger hop and come to rest at the 30-yard line. That's where we'll get Wolf and the West Holmes offense for the 3rd time tonight. Drove down and had a field goal on their opening drive. Weren't able to connect on a 4th down conversion in Tiger territory on their previous, but they've been able to move the ball so far.
Right.
Just not in the run game.
Well, and the thing is, the Tiger defense has been playing well, but they have been on the field so far in this game more often than not. And, you know, if that trend continues, that could be trouble later on. But they played well so far, and to me, it looks like they figured out they're not going to let the West Holmes Knights run the ball with Williams Dixon and force them to throw, exactly what the Knights are doing to the Tigers on defense.
Senior High brings some pressure. Couple of blitzers. They'll hand it off. Williams Dixon. This time he's got a head of steam, and he picks up 8 yards on a quality 1st down play.
Yeah, and he's going to be the workhorse. So, you know, if the Tigers stop him, they're going to have to stop him all night because they're not going to stop giving him the football. And I don't know if I would either.
So 2nd and short for the Knights. They go to the gun. Wolf's going to step up and throw, and he's got his man, Zevin Proper, making a difference so far in this contest early on.
And a great route by Devin Proper. But as you can see, they swing Williams Dixon out into the flat, which takes all the Tiger eyes away. Zevin Proper runs the short, skinny post right in between the safety and the corner, which leaves him open because all eyes are on Williams Dixon when he flares out to the flat.
Just requires so much attention, does. Absolutely. Number 24, the All-Ohioan, getting recruited by guys in the Big Ten and Power Fives all over the country. And here he is, his best run of the night. Takes him inside of the red zone, marked out of bounds at the 11.
Yeah, and that's the issue with trying to keep him out of the game, is that you're going to have to be locked in every play because they're going to keep pounding him. Great blocking up front by the West Holmes Knights, and even downfield, receivers getting blocks and turns it into a big play for Williams Dixon, his largest gain of the night.
On 1st down, it's going to be Sam again. And looked like he got a call from the turf monster himself, a big chunk, a big divot, almost like the short game on the golf course there, Effie.
Well, it's so different now. You don't see too many grass fields anymore, so
it's a good point.
It's kind of fun to watch these kids play on some real grass, and you know, I'm sure some of the Tigers are having to adjust to this actual field surface.
So on 2nd down, it's going to be Wolf from the gun. Dixon starts at the hash to the left, motions across to the right. A lot of pressure coming down. Wolf escapes. He's got a pocket to the left side, reaching for the end zone, and they're going to say touchdown, Knights. He's in there.
Yeah, Mason Wolf, you know, great job of recognizing. He was looking, didn't have pass open, looked downfield, make a great cut, and was able to find the end zone. And again, with motion from Williams Dixon, it forces everybody's eyes. And he says, hey, look, there's sunshine over there.
What?
Right? And with his size, 6'3", 190 at quarterback, he was able to just plow forward, bust through a couple tackles, and fall into the end zone. And the West Holmes Knights on the board.
And the PAT is pure, so it's now 10-zip in favor of the defending OCC champion West Holmes Knights, who did something similar, or actually it was role reversal a year ago, Effie. I believe Mansfield had a double-digit lead going into the 4th quarter before a couple of heroic touchdowns by the Knights at the end, kind of stunned them and stole a win. So it's West Holmes this time, getting on the board first and tasting some instant success with 10 points in the 1st quarter.
Well, we talked about it earlier when when I got here. It just feels like there's a different energy here, and the West Holmes kids are playing with a different level of confidence. You know, you can tell it even by the play calling. You know, your pitch sweep, a toss pass, they're throwing the ball. They're doing everything. They're giving the Tigers everything they could want offensively. And to me, that says they've got great confidence in their kids. So, you know, the Tigers got, you know, this is a huge drive for the Tiger offense. And, you know, they certainly have got to stay away from penalties and got to get something going here, if for no other reason to give their defense a break at this point. You know, at this point, the Knights have had the ball for 8 minutes, 40 seconds, as opposed to 2 minutes and 40 seconds for the Tigers. So they've got to get their defense a break and try to sustain a drive and look to get points at the end.
Nick Ginsburg lines up. It's going to be a short punt. It'll be caught by the Tigers, and then a fair catch called for by Zion Brown. But after he caught it, I've never seen that.
Right.
We're going to have to show you the replay here.
Well, I thought I saw his hand go up as the ball was in the air first. Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
Well, and then it looked like he went down and did like a half-hearted knee. So maybe he was trying to juke out the defense.
Yeah, it was like a half fair catch, half kneel, half. Yeah. So.
Whole lot to unpack just from that one little kickoff.
I did think, though, while the ball was in the air, I think I saw his hand go up in the air. Now, it didn't look traditional. I think he just shot his hand up really quickly. But I didn't notice his hand go up while the ball was in the air. And I think when he caught it and he saw everybody still running at him, now we got a flag. We got a sideline flag here, it looks like.
And it's going to be an illegal fair catch signal against the Tigers. And I truly have – this is my first time seeing that. I didn't know that was an illegal thing, but there's a lot of rules in that ginormous book that they hand out, and that's one of them.
Well, I would imagine that you can't catch the ball and then call for fair catch. I think and, you know, if you do a sideline warning, that time the second flag came out as a sideline warning. So on the field of play, as we go here, the Tigers got to get something going.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 13. Tigers got Jameer Petty now in the backfield. Going to give him a chance. And kind of the same results. Mason Schenkel, the junior linebacker, comes in to make the stop.
Well, right now the West Holmes front seven, they're controlling the line of scrimmage. You know, so a rough first quarter for the Tigers here on the road.
Yeah, no question about it. We'll see if they can bounce back in quarter number 2. They've got second and long on the way after this break.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Tiger ball from their own 15-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 8. And they've got Jameer Petty in the backfield. 4 wide, 2 to each side here. And it's going to be Petty looking for a small crease. He'll find one and get out to the 19-yard line. Decent 4-yard pickup.
Right, and again, it's, Tigers just can't afford to get behind the 6, but right now they got a 3rd and manageable here. They can still conceivably run the football, or they can throw a short pass here, and you got to keep your quarterback in these types of situations where the 3rd down is reasonable and you could run the football here. The Tigers lined up in a double stack on both sides. Oh,
Reese gets hit as he throws, and it's going to be a pick 6.
Wow.
Mason Schenkel to the house for the Knights.
Wow. That was almost like it was designed. He got hit as he threw, and Mason Schenkel right there in the flat where he was supposed to be, and got a gift as the Knights were in zone coverage that time, and Schenkel slides over into the flat and gets a gift right there and runs it in for the score.
So West Holmes seizing total control here.
Yeah.
As it's now 16-0, 11:22 to go in the second quarter. Ginormous play. Anytime the defense scores, it is game-changing.
Yeah. Quarterback turnovers are, those really hurt. Turnovers hurt, but quarterback turnovers, whether they're fumbles or interceptions, they always change the game. And the West Holmes Knights, after the extra point, now playing with a ton of confidence right now.
We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. Knights rolling right now here at home.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
I'm Garrett G-Man Parlett, and check out my new show, The G-Man Project, exclusively on the OH Report.
It is an avalanche here at West Holmes Stadium with the Knights, the ones that have created all the momentum. 17-zip, they lead it early on here in the second quarter in a game that could determine an OCC champion. West Holmes right now looking great.
Well, and interesting stat, I just had to ask our stat guy, is that right? But total yards, 172 for West Holmes. Net total yards for the Tigers, 0. Zip here with 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. So, and that tells a story, along with a pick 6. That tells a story. That's where we are here with 16-0. The Tiger offense is back on the field, and right now this is where, when you talk about teams and a team's character and their grit and who they are, this is where that shows. Your team leaders have got to show up, and your pride's got to show up here to get back in this football game. The good thing is it's still very early, and the Tigers have a number of big play threats on the football field. So it is very early here for the Tigers, but right now they've got to start executing offensively.
So you see the Tigers formation, they are spreading them out 5 wide.
We've got a Wildcat with Amar Davis in the backfield.
And I believe it's the biggest play of the night for the Tigers.
Right.
And it's just 5 yards, Effie. No first downs yet for
No.
senior high.
And, and right now the Tigers and Coach Bradley and the staff just looking for something, a shot in the arm here offensively. So right now I think we're going to see Amar Davis again line up at quarterback in the Wildcat just to give the Tigers an extra blocker. What this does, it gives them an extra man to block the guys in the box, and it allows for the offense to be just a different look, something that the Knights haven't prepared for necessarily, and try to get an advantage here offensively.
Second down, Amar staying in at quarterback, and it's going to result in the first down for Mansfield Senior
How about that?
this evening.
Amar Davis running hard from the quarterback position, and he's a kid that makes his money on the outside in space. But right now he's running inside off tackle down there in the trenches, getting positive yards and getting the Tigers their first down of the night.
They're going to stick with this formation. Amar in at QB, 3 receivers to his left, 2 up to the top. Play clock now down to 8 as Davis gets set, gets the football, and it's going to be a direct run again to the left side, this time tripped up, and minimal gain on the play.
Yeah, and it has been power football since Amar Davis is coming in the Wildcat. They are pulling the backside guard and tackle and just trying to outnumber the West Holmes Knights to the play side. That time was a quarterback counter. And, again, just trying to outnumber the Knights and get positive yards. And to this point, this is their best drive of the night. So this change is showing some dividends so far for the Tigers.
Davis again from the gun. He's going to sling it this time, and he's got a completion, but it's fumbled in and out of the hands of Giante O'Brien.
Well, how about that?
But they'll say incomplete. So it's a bit of a break here for Mansfield.
Well, I'll tell you what, and that was a good throw by Amar Davis. Right on the money, and Giante O'Brien just couldn't hang on. But that was a good throw. Would have been good for a first down for the Tigers as they continue their best drive so far. But Duke Reese is going to come back in at quarterback here on 3rd and long.
Tigers will need 8 from their own 38 to keep the drive alive. He's got Brown as the lone back. Make that Petty. Looking to throw to the near side, and it's the first catch by Lala Owens and a second first down of the night for TY.
Right, a nice throw. Stuck it right on the outside number of Lala Owens on a curl route from the outside. Looks like a curl corner concept here on the near side. And Lala Owens sets in the hole. Duke Reese throws a strike right to his outside arm. Very nice throw. Good execution for the first down for the Tigers.
Mansfield going without a huddle now. They'll keep Jameer Petty in as the lone back from the pistol. Duke takes a snap. It's high. He handles it. Nice fake. Yeah. But he loses his footing and doesn't go very far.
Mm-hmm. And, Duke Reese on the read option that time. And, they've been giving a lot of power look. That time Duke Reese pulls the ball and just gets tripped up there right at the line of scrimmage.
At least did a nice job on the read. Elijah Williams sticks in the 6'4", 210-pound defensive lineman, came barreling down. And it's a pickup of 1. So now Reese fires near side. Amar's got the catch. He's at the sticks. And going to be real close. I think maybe just a little bit shy.
I think they're going to give it to him. They're going to move the sticks. And, right now, Duke Reese is in rhythm, and that changeup that the Tigers came in with Amar Davis at the Wildcat just kind of gave the offense some life, gave them their first down, and here they are now with their 3rd first down of the night. And the Tigers are actually moving the football in night territory.
8 minutes and counting. Throw over the middle, out of range this time. Too far in front of Nate Dismuke. So it'll make it 2nd down and 10 for Mansfield from the 42.
And one of the things that I can see right now, what's happening with the Tiger offense is Duke Reese. They're giving Duke Reese a lot of no-read throws, which is good because he doesn't have to think. They're either throwing an out, quick outs, or seam routes where he can just hit his back foot and let the ball go, and that's where quarterbacks are most comfortable. And he can get the ball out quick. He's a kid that took a big hit that last drive, so he's trying to get the ball out quickly anyway.
This time they'll put it on the ground. And it's Petty finding a crease, and he's able to attack through, pickup of maybe 5-6 yards on the play.
Well, and Brian, I think when what the Wildcat done, at the beginning of this drive, it got the offensive line in rhythm. Once they knew they're going to be running the football, they've been coming off the football. And here so far in this drive, they've been getting a lot better push up front, which allows the Tigers now to run the football, and Duke Reese has a chance to throw short passes as well. So the Tiger offensive line has played better this drive, and it shows. Even though now Tigers have a 3rd and short, they're still on the move.
Actually go down as a gain of 7, so they'll get Ricky into the backfield. And he gets hit.
It's going to be close.
Yeah, he got hit after about a gain of 1. Mills dropped after that. So it'll be 4th down and 1 coming up for Senior High. Tigers defense staying out there. They're going to go no huddle.
Whoa.
Duke.
And I'll tell you what, he bobbled that football on the snap.
It was Reese, quarterback keeper all the way, just tried to submarine through.
They're going to give him the first down. The referee on the far end is telling them to move the sticks. Even though on the near side, they're not moving them. Now, that's the first time I saw that. I saw a referee tell them to move it, and they didn't. Now they're going to measure.
So the chain gang decided that they wanted a measurement.
That is funny. That's funny.
So they will. Let's see.
Yeah.
And look at the color of the shirts they have on. I don't, you know, are you surprised if they wanted to come out and measure this?
Not at all. Well, I do know the far side referee called it a first down right away, but the sticks didn't move, so I think they wanted a better look.
And just by a tiger tail, the drive will stay alive. So easily the best drive so far of the night. 4 first downs for Mansfield here. And boy, have they needed this.
Absolutely, and it's the drive. If nothing else, their defense gets a chance to rest. Their offense is gaining confidence now with every play, and they're able to maintain this drive well into night territory.
First down, Duke goes play action, looking for it all, going to the sky. He's got a Mar in the back of the end zone, but he overthrows him. He certainly got behind the coverage.
Absolutely. Mar Davis was running free behind the secondary, and Duke Reese just second-guessed when he had to pull it back. That took some a little bit off the ball, and he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be. And that's what happens when you throw a pick. It just seems like as a quarterback, everything's got to be clear before you throw it, because now you're worried about somebody else stepping in front of it. And that time he just pulled it back when he probably should have let it go the first time.
Duke back to throw.
Nice.
And he's got to hook up Dismuke with the catch from the slot. And he's going to be close to first down yardage again.
Yeah, nice little stop route that time by Dismuke there in the flat. With the West Holmes Knights giving so much cushion to these Tiger wideouts, those underneath passes are going to be there. It's just a matter of executing, catching, and how much can you get after the catch. So the Tigers, with a mix-up the run game and short passing game and taking some shots deep, have really loosened up this night defense.
Tigers again go with the no huddle. They've got Brown back in the game. He shakes, rattles, and rolls his way forward. 6 more yards here for the Tiger O.
And again, a nice run there, zone play off the right side, off the right tackle that time. And Zion Brown got in there and made a really nice cut right there at the line of scrimmage and cut it back and fell forward for great yardage. Tigers here with second and short. And a lot of space now from the night defense. Look like they're starting to labor a little bit defensively.
Officially be a gain of 7. Brown looking for more here on second down, first down, and more all the way down to the 5-yard line. 10-yard pickup for the Tigers.
Yeah, well, and Brian, you and I saw the game with against North Canton Hoover where the Tiger offensive line came out in the second half and just dominated up front. And we're seeing a little bit of that now, because right now it is all about the push of the offensive line. And they are getting positive yards just off straight zone blocking that time, just power football. And the Tiger offensive line asserting itself here as they get inside the 5.
I believe it's their first trip into the red zone in 2 weeks. Here comes Ricky Mills, a couple of lead blockers, and he's able to keep the churn going forward for about a gain of 2. It'll be second and goal from the 3.
Right, and so far a 16-play drive here for the Tigers, who opened the game going 3 and out their first 2 or 3 possessions. First 3 possessions, so now this is play 17 for the Tigers as they get inside the 4-yard line. And I don't think we're going to see the ball in the air down here. The Tiger offensive line really asserting itself and getting great push here in this drive.
They've got Kai Bradley in as a lead blocking fullback. But the West Holmes defense stuffs it up right at the point of attack. No gain.
Well, that time it was a great job by the interior of the West Holmes defense. They were able to blow up the inside guard to guard, and there was nothing happening in the backfield. So this brings up a big 3rd and goal for the Tigers.
Dismuke is going to check in.
And the Tigers were in their heavy package. They check in with Dismuke, go to a more traditional formation here on 3rd and goal.
They'll also get Lala Owens in along with Davis, who will split out in the slot. Dismuke out wide. Tigers going to call a timeout. Huge 3rd down and 3 coming up for them. 3:32 showing on the clock here in the 2nd quarter. And want to say what's up to everybody out there watching live and free on the YouTubes and the Facebook. And see a couple of the comments coming in. Again, there is a company here at West Holmes that does the exclusive live streaming for them, so we are not allowed to show the video in real time. That is why we have to show the scoreboard and then can show you guys the replays after the fact. So do apologize for the inconvenience. We'll have full highlights coming up tonight on the Friday Night Pigskin. Make sure you watch that with yours truly, me and the boys. And I think one of these weeks we're going to get Effie James to join us at 11:30 p.m.
Well, you have to tell me like a week ahead of time, so I have to build up my rest. So, I got to go to bed about 7 o'clock for a week straight, and then I'll be able to hang with you guys on a Friday night.
It's not easy to hang with this crew on a Friday. We do like to keep it into the a.m. witching hours, Effie.
Man.
No question about that. So it'll be 3rd down and 3. Tigers come out. They'll fake it to Mills. Reese rolling to the near side, throws it, and it's incomplete. Dropped by Bradley, but he did get clobbered basically right at the point of attack. Owen Jeffries coming up with the hit, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, and I like that call there. Get Duke Reese on the outside, give him a run-pass option. One of the things that he probably should have done is got up the field a little bit more, put more pressure on the West Holmes defense, and maybe it would have opened up one of the receivers deeper. But I like the call, giving him a run-pass option there on the outside. But it brings up a big 4th down here.
And the Mansfield offense remains on the field. Play clock, though, down to 4. Reese will take the hand up. They give it to Ricky Mills. Jump cut, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Mansfield Senior.
And Ricky Mills, when he got that football, there was no way you're keeping him out of the end zone. You're keeping him out of the end zone. But as we see on the replay, great push up front by the offensive line. And Ricky Mills, full head of steam. If he hits the line of scrimmage with a full head of steam, no way you're going to keep him out of the end zone. So a big score and a statement drive by the Tiger offense.
How long was that drive there, Effie?
19 plays and 75 yards, I've been told.
And you were told by John Davis,
Absolutely.
He won the only stat man for the TY Tigers, so you know it's on point.
Right.
Easily the longest drive of the season for the Tigers in terms of play. I don't think there's any question about that.
And it was at a time where they had to have it. They absolutely had to have a drive. They absolutely had to have points because the West Holmes Knights were playing with such great confidence. So after a big turnover, a pick 6 by Duke Reese, they come back and the Tiger offense comes out in a wildcat formation, which I still say, in my opinion, sparked this offense and really got this offensive line going with that different offensive look. And once they got going, once they got their confidence offensively up front, it led to great things on the West Holmes Knights side of the field. So, I think it was a great call by Coach Bradley and the staff to go to that different offensive look and show the Knights something different. It gave their offensive line a chance to just come off the football, and it really sparked this Tiger offense and give them some life. There's life now on these Tiger sidelines and even in the stands.
Definitely changes the whole complexion of the game here with 3:21 to go. West Holmes, big opportunity on their hands here to try to get some more points as they are about to get the football back. Putt on to kick it away. And he will shoot a short kick directed right at Gus Warner, who bobbles it. And then West Holmes just falls on it just shy of the 30-yard line. So Wolf and company will set up shop at the 27.
Well, and I think if nothing else, this gave the Tiger defense a good break. Gives them a chance, their interior linemen anyway, a good chance to get a break, get off the field. You know, now we talked about the time of possession right before that last drive. Well, now it is totally flipped. The Tigers are now 11:37 time of possession to 9 minutes and 2 seconds for West Holmes. So that makes all the difference in the world when your defense is an aggressive, you know, ball-chasing defense as the Tigers are. They get a chance to play with a lot of energy here.
On first down, flag flies. It's going to be a false start against West Holmes.
Yeah.
So they'll start in a 1st and 15 situation from their own 10.
So only their first offensive penalty of the night for West Holmes. They've been playing pretty much flawless football, and they had their first. This is their first offensive penalty. The second one was offensive pass interference too, wasn't it? Yeah. So the Tigers right now, again, with a great opportunity they've got the Knights behind the sticks.
They'll go to the air on first down. They got Maltrich in the slot. Davis gives him a big shot at the 32-yard line, but it's a nice pickup on first down.
Yeah, great pickup, and Maltrich had great space and a really nice form tackle by Amar Davis, who came up in space and made a great tackle of Maltrich. Stops what could have been a really big gain. Leaves the Knights with 2nd and 5.
So a nice big 10-yard pickup for the Knights. Clock rolling, 2:45 and counting here before the break. Williams-Dixon motions from the slot into the backfield. Wolf's going to turn and give it to him. Sam cuts to the outside. But Kai Bradley there to shut him down.
Yeah, between Makai Bradley and Ricky Mills, I don't know who has had more hands on Williams-Dixon tonight. They both have their eyes on him, and in the backfield, they've been able to get his legs before he gets going at times, and we've seen how dangerous he can be once he gets going. But the Tigers have done a solid job so far of getting their hands on him before he gets going, and now he's split out to the wide side. Here is a wide out in this formation.
So Wolf from the gun. He's got one man in the backfield with him. It's Baldridge. And it looks like West Holmes and Zach Gardner going to take a TO, talk things over. There's a look at the Knights huddle. Beautiful night here in Holmes County. Not really a cloud in the sky. The sun's starting to set, and it's cooling off. It was a warm one. Temperatures were in the mid-80s when we were setting up gear here in the booth. But becoming a nice end of summer evening here, and it's becoming much more of a ball game too with that Tiger long, lengthy drive, whereas West Holmes, it looked like they were going to seize control for a minute.
Well, and it's what we should be able to expect from two of these, two of the top teams in the league. And, the Tigers, were shell-shocked early, a couple of mistakes in their early drives, and, then a turnover. But now I think the Tigers are starting to settle into this football game, and we're starting to see a little bit the Knights seem a little bit rattled here. Even offensively, they've had to take a timeout. They had a big loss on first down, so let's see how they respond. Here on third and
now rolling right. No pressure on him as he throws down the middle, and he's got a completion. Maltrich throwing Amar Davis off him, who finally makes a tackle inside the 5-yard line. But it's a huge play by the West Holmes offense.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you what, we knew that Kyle Maltrich was a big-time player, but this kid who is, in the secondary of the Tigers, who've got great speed, he runs away from a couple Tiger defenders there to get open, and a great toss and catch by the Knights, and great execution puts them right down at the goal line once again.
First down and goal from the 3. Heavy set in here for the Knights. They've got 2 wide receivers in. Williams-Dixon, the deep back.
And it's a wildcat look for the Knights.
It's going to be a low snap. Williams-Dixon barely able to corral it as the Tigers came flying through. I think that's Ricky Mills, the first one to get there.
I'll tell you what, Ricky Mills was in the backfield before the right guard got out of his stance. I mean, that had to be the quickest get off that I've ever seen. I mean, he was in the backfield before the right guard got out of his stance. And a big loss for West Holmes as they attempt to go to a direct snap to Williams-Dixon.
There's a good look at it, Ricky.
I mean, he was all over.
Ricky's been a huge difference maker so far. As the clock winding down to 25 seconds, Wolf takes the snap, rolls left, rolls right, and it's a clean area out there for a West Holmes TD.
Yeah. And, you know, when you have such a aggressive ball-hawking defense, counter plays, misdirection plays where you got the defense flowing to one side and the ball comes back to the other, it's always going to be tough to defend. And that time, Deontay O'Brien was in the end zone. He went to come up to make the tackle, and feet again. This turf, we've seen it a lot tonight, where a lot of guys have get caught in the turf, but he just slipped. He just fell. He couldn't make the play, even though he was there for the tackle. But watch him here as he goes up, he just falls, and he was the lone defender, only guy that was going to be able to make the tackle.
So 23-7 West Holmes with a monster response to the Tigers' long drive. And they'll tack on the PAT, extend their advantage out to 24-7, just 21 ticks on the clock. Wow, what an answer.
Big time. Big time. West Holmes Knights, right when, you know, we talked about how they looked like they were reeling a little bit. Defensively, they were on their heels. Offensively, they came out, looked a little bit shell-shocked. But that big play, Kyle Maltridge with the big gain, you know, again, puts them in a position to score. They come down inside the goal line for a big play and get more points on the board. So they continue to apply the pressure to this Tiger offense.
What a run it's been for West Holmes over these last couple of seasons. 14 straight wins last year before they got knocked off by the defending state champs in the D3 Final Four. Looking for a 4-0 start to the season with a win over the Tigers here tonight.
Wow, and they score points. You know, and you look at the scores from their first 3 games, and they're scoring a lot of points, and you know, you start to question the competition level and this and that, but this is a team that can score in a lot of different ways. They are not just the Williams-Dixon show, as we can see. They score in a lot of different ways, and, you know, they've even got a defensive score tonight.
Fair catch is called for by the Tigers at the 30-yard line. They'll have 21 seconds. See if they try to do anything aggressively here on offense.
Well, the Tigers do get the ball here coming out from the second half, so to me, now some people would say, you know, you don't do anything here. To me, that I'm going to be more aggressive because of that. I'm going to be more aggressive. And again, you know, the weapons on the Tiger offense are certainly capable. You got a couple guys, if they touch it, they're capable of making a big play. Well, let's see what the Tigers do here. 21 seconds here to play.
They're going to come out in the gun. Trips here to the near side. They keep it on the ground, though, with Zion Brown, who's got a big hold to the right side. Cuts back inside of a wide receiver block. And it's going to be a big first down right near midfield.
Well, sometimes, you know, you run the football in this situation just to see what will happen. And then after that play, you'll decide, okay, well, maybe we'll go ahead and push. And as you can see, they're starting to get Amar Davis back on the field. They're making substitutions here because of such a big gain on first down.
So the clocks come to a stop. Say Brown got out of bounds at the 49-yard line. It's going to be Reese from the gun. Brown behind him. Steps back, clean pocket. Duke looking and throws to the outside. Brown is going to have a pickup of about 5.
You know, and one of the things you could do here is the Tigers still have timeouts. They have a viable kicker here, so this is a chance for them. If they can get the ball, if they can't get it in the end zone, you can get the ball to a space where you may be able to get a field goal attempt possibly if you can't get into the end zone. So either way would be a win just to be able to get any type of points here going into half.
Tigers with 2 timeouts and 6 seconds to play with. Reese slings it out of the backfield. Brown almost made a juggling catch, and it hits the turf. There was 1 second on the clock. So the Knights were trying to get out of here. It is showing triple zeros, of course, on the scoreboard, as you see. And I wonder what color shirt the guy running the scoreboard has on.
I was going to say,
tonight.
whoever is running the clock is doing his job here at home. That's for sure. He is doing his job.
So Mansfield Senior is going to have 1 more play coming up. Tigers going to take a timeout. See what they can draw up.
Well, I think the story so far here, Brian, is just that, you know, West Holmes is as advertised. You know, they are a solid team on offense and defense. And, you know, the Tigers right now are being challenged in what they do best. You know, they have been able to have some success running the football. They've had, you know, a couple passes. But right now, total yards-wise, West Holmes is dominating. 249 total yards here in the first half to 98 for the Tigers, and that most of that came essentially in that one drive that they had the whole first half. So, you know, the Tigers are going to have to go into this locker room and retool and find some ways to move the football consistently. But better than that, they're going to have to find some ways to slow down this West Holmes offense.
Go ahead and show you this last play of the first half live. Appreciate you guys bearing with us on this audio broadcast with our instant replays. And it's going to be Reese back to pass, steps up. He's going to fire. A lot of guys back there. Lala Owens almost runs under it, but it's going to be intercepted by Logan Zollers in the end zone. And he'll bring it out. Still running, Effie. He's got a – oh, I thought he had something set up in front of him. But instead, that is going to take us to the half. Exciting night here in Holmes County, especially if you're a fan of the West Holmes Knights. They own a 24-7 advantage. Keep it here for the Park National Bank halftime. That'll include both band performances, even though we're on the visitor side, probably going to have to see their backs. And we'll also have stats, analysis, get you ready for a second half here in West Holmes. It's live and free, and it's only on the OH.REPORT. Be back in a minute.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH.REPORT.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. If you car dance to this song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Are you looking for a solid career, job security, great pay, and rapid advancement? An important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow? Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together, or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
What's up, America? Brian Skowronski here, and if you want to see me and the gang chop it up with some unintelligent conversation, we've got the show for you. Check out the OH Report video podcast every Monday, exclusively right here on the OH Report.
West Holmes, back from 12 rushes, 34 yards, and then 2 rushing touchdowns for the quarterback, Mason Wolf. He's been more impressive on the ground. 4 carries, 22 yards, 8 scores. He has an 8-yard run and a 10-yard run for a score. Passing the football, though, Mason's been pretty solid tonight. 5 of 8, 147 yards, and he earned a touchdown yet. Devin Proper, 2 receptions, 76 yards.
Our final first selection is from 1979 hit In the Stone, which reached number 23 in the Billboard Soul chart. This song was featured in numerous movies, including the 2002 movie Drumline. Here's the Tiger Man with In the Stone.
Football 5 times, 35 yards. He is their leading rusher. Ricky Mills has a rushing touchdown, 4 carries, 7 yards, 23 yards. Duke Reese passing the football, 4 of 14, 33 yards.
We conclude our show with our school song, TY for Tigers. We thank you for your continued support of the Mansfield Senior High Tiger Band. We proudly present the 2022 edition of West Holmes Marching Knights under the direction of Brian W. Dodge, Management Advisor Susie Cheney, Class Instructors Jason Snyder, Field Commanders Cindy Rollins and Ian Pyatt. Tonight the band would like to open their show with the hit from both of the Top Gun movies, Danger Zone. Restus Alvarado, Kelly Forrest Fire McFarland, Aubrey the Incinerator Young, as they work to the Zach Brown Band hit Chicken Fry.
Over in the Firelands Conference, it is DP7 over in Monroeville, and over on our sister station, fearthevillage.com, Corey Irving, Nick Lathan. So after our game, next week, Philadelphia here, being scoreless at half.
With their version of the hit Shop and Dance, made popular by Walker Moon. tonight, I'd like to thank you for your kind attention. I would also like to wish the Mansfield Senior Band the best of luck with their season and their entire year. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2022 West Holmes Marching Knights.
Said that on that play down there, the referee said that the guy, kid raised his hand and the ball doesn't stick there. He laid his hand up. That's what he said back then. And Sharon said, if you didn't see it, don't guess. And he was silent.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report. Halftime here at West Holmes High, and the Knights, the defending OCC champions, looking like it. They've been flexing so far. 24-7 is their cushion at this point right now over the TY Tigers, as we welcome you back into our Park National Bank halftime. My name is Brian Skowronski. Got Effie James with me for this live and free audio broadcast, which is featuring video instant replays throughout the night. And we also have some halftime stats prepared for you guys. Here's what the numbers show. And for Mansfield, pretty much everything came on one drive and one drive only, with the exception of some of those garbage yards there at the end of the half, Effie. So West Holmes, they've really seized control of this game, and I think that they've proved through two quarters that they're a better team. Mansfield just better have a real solid game plan here in the second half.
Right, and that's the thing. Looking at the stats, the big one that stands out, of course, is the total yards. They were able to get 250 yards essentially in the half, and right when we thought the Tigers had them reeling, they get that big play there at the end of the second quarter, which kind of gave them more momentum going into halftime. But like you said, the Tigers have to come out with a new attitude, and we've seen this. We saw, again, against North Canton Hoover, they came out in the second half and really dominated up front. It changed the entire game, and for their sakes, I think they got to have a little bit more of that magic here tonight. But also defensively, where the Tigers have been consistent throughout the year, they have got a challenge now. West Holmes has shown them so many different ways to move the football. We thought they were going to be the Williams-Dixon show. He right now has 12 carries for 34 yards on the night and one catch for 15 yards. So he hasn't been a factor. But like we talked about before, with him being on the field, it changes the way you have to defend. And so the primary beneficiary of that has been Kyle Maltrich, who has done a great job catching swing passes. We saw him throw a big pitch sweep catch pass, and he's ran the ball effectively and had a couple big catches down the field. So other guys offensively are benefiting from Williams-Dixon being on the field, even though he hasn't had a huge night statistically so far.
Now, for Mansfield Senior, I watched them in practice during the preseason, and I've seen them in games. In the first couple of weeks, it looked good. They had different guys step up. There's certainly weapons out there. The last 2 weeks, I don't think that they've been able to figure out creative ways to get all their weapons to football. I'm going to be expecting a lot more in the second half if they're going to get into the game, I guess.
Right. Well, and like we talked about earlier, Brian, when they started that that last drive, you have to remember it started with a Wildcat offense. Amar Davis lined up at quarterback that spearheaded their first drive as we kick off to start the second half.
So it's going to be Mansfield starting with the rock. They'll have 1st and 10 here from about the 37-yard line. So it's going to be solid field position here for Duke Reese and company. And again, we are limited to an audio broadcast, but we will show an instant replay after just about every single down, folks. So we've got you covered for all the action here tonight at West Holmes High.
Absolutely. Won't miss a thing. Won't miss a thing.
So Reese comes out in the pistol. He's got Brown behind him. He'll turn, hand it off, and a couple of Knights doing a nice job getting through the gap, and he's dropped down. Minimal gain, maybe about 1.
Well, and that play was designed to go to the left side, off left tackle, kind of a counter play, and it was great movement on the offensive line, and Brown just got taken down man-to-man that time by the outside linebacker of the Knights for a short gain, leaving 2nd and long.
Reese back to pass here on 2nd down, and it's going to be batted down. He was trying to go up top. He had Keontae Bradley in one-on-one coverage with Sam Williams-Dixon. That would have been actually a pretty fun matchup if he were able to get it off. But as you'll see here, just gets swatted right at the line, 3rd down.
As you can see, the West Holmes Knights defense is giving a lot of cushion, but it also leaves a lot of holes. And I think Duke Reese was trying to go short that time, just got knocked down at the line.
Tiger started the night with 3 straight 3-and-outs. And how about this stat, Effie? 1 for 18 on 3rd down over the last 6 quarters.
Wow.
We'll see if the Tigers can get a little magic here, and they are going to move the chains.
How about that?
Change in history.
That's right.
As Keontae Bradley did a nice job of adjusting to the football, he slid down for a big 1st down.
1st down on 3rd down. That is in your face, John Davis.
Yeah.
For that stat.
So there it is, Bradley. See if he gets utilized a little bit more in the Tiger offense. Has rarely had chances as Brown bursts through a big hole, and they're going to move the sticks one more time. Big run here on 1st down, and another fresh set coming up for TY.
Again, nice run by Zion Brown, who was able to keep his balance. Again, great push. They pull a backside guard and tackle, and Zion Brown is able to leap over a tackler and fall forward for a big gain and a 1st down for the Tigers.
And Mansfield coming out no huddle here to start off this 3rd quarter, so showing a new wrinkle. And they've been a better team in the 2nd half so far in 2022. They'll air it out this time. Amar Davis looking to shake and bake for a gain of right around 5.
You know, and I like the call. You go no huddle, you get lined up, and it forces the defense to get lined up, and the coaches get a chance to take a look at the defensive set, and they're able to put their offense in the best play available based on the defense. So going no huddle is a real benefit to the offensive staff and the quarterback to get a chance to see what he's looking at here.
Reese back to pass again, trips to the right. He's got Brown coming out of the backfield. He'll dump it off to him, and he's going to pick up a couple.
Wow.
So it'll make it 3rd and manageable.
So flag came out.
But a late flag on the field. Check this out.
That'll be an interesting call. It was a one-on-one tackle. I'm not sure. Oh, a sideline warning.
So the play is going to stand. And it'll go down as about a 3-yard pickup. 3rd down 3 from the 30 on the way here for the Mansfield offense. Looking to continue on the move, knocking on the door of the red zone for the 2nd time tonight. 4 receiver set. Brown again, the lone back. Pistol set. They'll fake it to him. Reese lost his footing. Looked like it was a design quarterback run all the way to the left side. Just never had a chance to take off.
Again, that turf is tacky tonight. It has claimed a lot of victims this evening. Just not very good footing on this turf here tonight.
So 4th down 5. Tigers offense not huddling, staying on the field. Same formation. They got Brown again, dotting the I in the pistol. Reese straight back. Clean pocket throws. He's got a wide open Lala Owens who falls forward near the 20. They'll move the sticks.
Well, again, great execution that time by the Tiger offense. And another great stat for the Tigers now in their last 2 games, 3 for 3 on 4th down. And that was a strike thrown by Duke Reese there right in the curl zone. And the Tigers are on the move.
We're going to keep it on the ground now on 1st down. It's going to be Brown breaking it out to the perimeter. And he's got another healthy pickup, so the Mansfield offense starting to get something going here, F.
Well, it is straight power football. They have pulled the backside guard and tackle on just about every running play on this drive. And they are playing power football, overloading the West Holmes Knights to one side.
It'll go down as yet another 1st down, so the Mansfield offense set up at the 11-yard line. They can still move the sticks. A 1st down inside the 1. Duke takes the snap, hands off Brown left side this time. Hit almost immediately and drop down, gain of 1.5.
Well, in that time, the West Holmes defensive front just got a great push. I just saw from guard to guard, everybody got pushed back into the offensive backfield. So that was a time where, you know, back in my old coaching days, that's where I used to say you took the play off that time as an offensive front because everything happened in the backfield. But nonetheless, still 2nd down in the red zone, and the Tiger offense has got rhythm right now. They can do a couple things here inside the 10.
Reese has 3 receivers to his left, looking that way. He'll fake it to Davis, throw to the end zone, but it's behind Lala. And it's going to go down incomplete. He had him.
He did.
I think Owens probably ran the route about a yard too far.
Well, I think what happened is Duke Reese was just a half a beat late.
Sure.
He was
You're
late
right.
throwing the football. Lala broke open right there at about 2 yards outside the line of scrimmage, and Duke Reese wasn't ready to throw. And that way he ran him right outside that window that he was open. So he was just a little bit the timing not there for Duke Reese, which could have been a big play. But here we are now, 3rd and long inside the 10.
Same formation, play action this time. Duke looking to the end zone, throws it too high for Davis. Broken up coverage on the play by Zevin Proper.
And, you know, again, that's a good throw, but that thing was hot. And it would have been had to be a great catch. And Tigers looks like they're going to try a field goal here.
It's going to be a 26-yard attempt for the senior Sean Putt. Griffin DeBolt with the hold for Mansfield.
And we are missing some personnel. We got to burn one.
Yeah, Tigers going to take a TO. Jameer Dotson wasn't on the field. So gives me a perfect opportunity, Effie, to thank all of our generous sponsors. We could not bring you free coverage live on the OH Report without these awesome businesses. How about Park National Bank, where you mean more? Studio 19, specializing in the latest trends and techniques on hair color, hair cutting styles, and special occasion services. Melanie Bradley of Sluss Realty, Mel Sells, especially in the Mansfield area. Mechanics Banks, that's better. Maumee Bay Turf Center. At Maumee Bay, it's simple. We build better. And Charter Next Generation, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment all the time. We'll keep it here for the field goal. And it's going to be a high snap. Putt's just going to have to fall on this one. Clear back at the 34-yard line. And a bit of disaster for Mansfield Senior. Could have been a big field goal.
Right. And again, once again, special teams lets down the Tigers. And that is a tough end to what really still was a positive drive. And I think that, you know, they had a chance to come away with points there, just made a mistake. But that drive was a solid drive for the Tigers coming out of the locker room to try to reestablish some things on offense. They were able to run the ball a little bit there. Just a big mistake there on special teams. And we've seen now for 2 weeks special teams play has played a big role in for the Tigers and not on a positive note.
So 7:44 to go here in the third quarter. West Holmes with the football for the first time in the second half. They'll go play action. Wolf, it's a throwback, and he's got a man wide open. Great play call and execution with Owen Jeffries coming out the backfield for a first down.
Right. That play there comes from great film study. That was one of the plays that the Massillon Tigers scored on the Tigers last week. Just a simple throwback. You get when your defense is so aggressive, everybody's flowing to the ball side, you just turn around, either run a counter play or you throw it back, and it makes it difficult for the defense, especially if you're not playing disciplined football to the backside.
So the chain gang moves. West Holmes now from their own 45. They'll come out with a single back set. It's going to be Williams-Dixon to the left hip. Wolf takes the snap, hands it off. Sam with a head of steam, but he runs into some trouble. A brick wall. A couple of Tigers converge to make the stop in the hole.
And this Tiger defense has played well all year. They've done a great job of stopping the run, specifically Williams-Dixon here tonight out of the backfield. He's caused more havoc as a decoy tonight than anything else. He has been held in check from the line. Right now he is 13 carries, 35 yards on the night for Williams-Dixon.
So 2nd and 9 after a gain of 1. Wolf from the gun steps up, unloads down the middle. Maltrich too tall for him. Runs into the official as well.
And great coverage by Isaiah Darson that time. He was step for step with Maltrich, who has had some success on the post, on that exact post route, and he was right there step for step, and official kind of gets some collateral damage there on that route. But good coverage, and by the Tigers, taking away that big play, brings up 3rd and long for the West Holmes Knights.
And a big play here for the Mansfield defense to try to get the football back for the O, who has been able to move the football their last 3 drives after starting the game with 3 straight 3-and-outs. It's going to be Wolf from the gun, takes a snap. Tigers bring the heat. Ricky Mills breaking in. The ball's loose. It's on the ground. Flags coming in from every official. Mansfield Senior picks it up, and they're taking it back into West Holmes territory. But as mentioned, there's so much laundry on the field. It looks like it's just one of those laundry days where all your kids come home from college. Here you go, Mom.
Big play by the Tiger defense. It just looked like a jailbreak up front. The ball comes loose. Mekhi Bradley picked it up. He finds the football, and he scoops it up, and he's trying to score. So we'll see what the call is, but in any event, great defensive play by the Tigers. Oh, my. Defensive holding.
So a tough break for Mansfield Senior.
Wow.
As that'll result in not only the turnover not resulting, but a first down here for West Holmes.
Wow. They called a defensive hold on Mekhi Bradley in the secondary, which, wow, that is a big call.
See if we can pick it up here. Kai's right in the middle of your screen, touching nobody. He's near no one. Couldn't have been on him.
No, it was on Keontae, number 19. Okay. Keontae Bradley. There we go. And that had to be down the field, though. That had to be down the field because it wasn't in that picture that we saw.
So now, wow, new life here for West Holmes. But they'll false start and make this first down a little more challenging for themselves as they'll back up near midfield at the Tiger 49-yard line. 15 yards needed now to move the chains.
Now, one thing that hasn't been effective for West Holmes is Williams-Dixon in the backfield, just straight give. So they've kind of went away from that, but I'm sure he's going to touch the football in other ways.
Wolf lobbing it, Maltrich. Single coverage with Keontae Bradley. Clear pass interference.
Well, you know, there's times where you say, you know, here's our guy on the outside. We're going to put him against your guy and see what happens. And right there, Keontae Bradley, just poor turn. He went to try to find the football, and just, I think it looked like he just gave that penalty. He was beat, and it looks like he just grabbed a hold of him to keep from giving up a touchdown.
So you see they're marking off the penalty yardage here now. It's going to result in another first down for West Holmes. And so back-to-back flags here have them on the move, deeper into Tiger territory.
So 30 yards in penalties here racked up by the Tigers.
And that's been a little bit of an issue for them already through the first 3 weeks. A lot of penalties for Mansfield Senior in the early portion of the season, but these ones really hurtful, of course, on this drive. Looked like they were going to get the ball back.
Exactly.
See if
they're keeping the drive alive here for the Knights with the penalties.
So after the PI, it'll be first down, 2-back set. Man comes in motion from right to left. It's Owen Jeffries. They'll try to run in behind him with Williams-Dixon. Ricky Mills got in there first, got some contact. Looked like Lala Owens able to make the stop after a minimal gain yet again.
Ricky Mills coming in from the backside. He is absolutely assigned to Williams-Dixon tonight. He's got had a lot of hands on him early here, which has made a big difference in his rushing attack. Forcing West Holmes to put him in different areas. Bringing up second and long here for the Knights.
They're going to bring Maltrich in the backfield. They'll pitch it to him on the jet sweep, and he comes around, breaks loose for a first down. And I think they found nice ways to get Kyle involved tonight.
Absolutely, and running that pitch sweep, the last time when they ran it and threw it, it causes the defense, everybody to think twice before coming up hard because they know now that he will throw that football on the pitch. But it gave him a lot of room on the outside and enabled him to get a big gain, pick up the first down for the Knights.
Kyle Maltrich coming into tonight had 16 catches, 282, 7 receiving touchdowns in just 3 games for the junior. He's a big play threat, and you've seen him bring it tonight as well in the running attack. On first down, they're going to set up a screen play, and it's going to be to Sam Williams-Dixon, who's only going to pick up about 2 as he's tackled by Keontae Bradley.
Well, Keontae's done a great job that time of shedding his blocker. Where the blockers were set up, it was great set up play-wise, but Keontae's done a great job of getting off the block and getting into the backfield and making a great one-on-one tackle that time in the open field.
So second down and 7 now. They'll motion Dixon out of the backfield. Empty set for Wolf, looking to his right. Now he uncorks one, and the contact there right as the ball arrived. Proper couldn't squeeze it, and excellent coverage on the play by O'Brien.
Yeah, that is great coverage, great timing that time. O'Brien came in and timed it perfectly, made the contact just as the ball was arriving. And again, a well-designed play by West Holmes. They opened up that hole by putting Williams-Dixon in motion. But again, great defensive play by Deontay O'Brien.
So third down, 7 is what the Knights need. At the 15-yard line, here comes Wolf from the gun, rolling right, throws it immediately, and he's got a connection. Complete to Nate Fair, or Mason Schenkel, rather. And it's fourth down now, Effie, but it's, man, they're only about a yard, maybe less than that shy.
Right, and that time the Tigers a little bit of, they play a lot of man-to-man coverage, which requires you to give a little bit of space. And that time that ball was thrown on a rope as we had a penalty. Looks like we're going to get illegal motion on the Knights.
It is going to be illegal motion. Owen Jeffries left a little bit early.
That's a direct quote from the official.
So 4th and 6 now. Knights backtracking to the 14.
I think they're going to attempt another field goal here.
This will be about a 30-yarder. They're 1 for 1 so far tonight in the kicking game, at least for field goals. Nick Ginsburg has been perfect in the PATs as well. Snap is good, kick is up, and it is going to be blocked. It was low, and it's right into the hands of O'Brien.
He's got space.
Blockers accumulating in front of him. Maltrich looking to make the play, and he will push him out of bounds, but not until he gets all the way down to the 35. Huge play for Mansfield.
Wow. What a stop by the Tiger defense. I mean, they were reeling, and they had to have that big stop, and they make a big play on special teams. But in the midst of that, I'm still going to say Kyle Maltrich with this effort.
Amazing.
That kid is an absolute player. He saves what I thought was going to be a walk-away touchdown. But he comes in with great effort to make that tackle. But that is a big-time stop for the Tigers, who needed that in the worst way.
So new life breathed into the Tigers with 3:05 to play here in the third quarter. It's Reese with trips to his left. They'll keep it on the ground with Brown. Nowhere is where he's headed. Colin Gardner snuck into the backfield basically right away.
And, you know, the thing about running power football, it's good to the front side, but if the backside end runs it down from the backside like that happened there, that's where the weakness is. So what teams generally do is they run the quarterback away, or the quarterback will keep it to try to keep that backside end honest. At that time, number 50, Colin Gardner, ran it down from the backside for the loss.
On second down, it's Reese to the air, and he's going to underthrow the intended target. Amar Davis slipped down, try to connect with him right at the chains, and it's quickly third down for the TY Tigers offense.
Well, that's a big throw, and Reese has got to make that. That's a throw that he's comfortable making. He's got to step up and make that throw because that's got to be one of those. It's a simple 10-yard out. They work on it a lot, and he misses that one, which puts the Tigers in a situation they do not want to be in, which is third down and long.
Reese takes the snap, trips to his left, steps up in the pocket, dumps it off for Brown, and he can't handle it. So it's fourth down now for Mansfield. Looked like that was kind of the design of the play too.
Right. Now, it almost looked like a delayed release almost by the back and trying to get him out in space. But, again, when you get trying to hit a back out of the backfield, you really want to put that thing right on his numbers so he can catch it and try to get the ball, get some extra yardage upfield. But that time he had to make the ball was just outside of his frame and made it a tough catch.
Huge fourth down here for both sides. West Holmes bringing a lot of heat. It's handled by the Tigers. They lob it, and Amar got behind the defense, and Duke overthrows him.
Wow. Opportunities are there, and
it was holding against Mansfield Senior anyways. Wouldn't have counted.
Opportunities for the Tigers and just missed opportunities here so far by the offense. But, you know, you look at some things, and on a positive side, again, the defense stepped up, got a stop. You know, you're still in the ball game. You want to capitalize, but essentially you just flip the field and give your defense a long field to defend. But that was a golden opportunity for the Tiger offense with Amar Davis behind the defense. Just couldn't connect.
So the West Holmes offense back with the ball. They've outgained the Tigers 287 to 126 so far in this contest. And looking for more as Wolf breaks the pocket. And he's going to get broken by about 4 different Tigers. First contact coming in there from Samir Phillips.
Great defensive push by the defensive front, and they just tracked the quarterback this time. Great coverage downfield. There was no shallow route for him to go to, and the Tiger defense and Mekhi Bradley just tracked down the quarterback and brought him down.
2nd and 18 on the menu now for the Knights O. Clock at 90 seconds and rolling until we reach money time. No points so far in this third. And Sam Williams-Dixon squeezing through a little hole. Got back the 8 yards lost and a couple more. 10-yard pickup.
Well, that time it was a big gain, big rushing gain, but that was one of the few times we've seen the Tigers in the zone look defensively in the secondary, and you know, they're in the zone look again here in the secondary, and that opens up things up front for the rushing attack, but that's how you'll give that up here on 3rd and 9.
So West Holmes going no huddle. Looking over to the sideline for the play as the play clock anyway, is trickling down to 6-5.
I think they're going to burn one here.
And so it will be a timeout taken by Zach Gardner and his staff. So while they're talking things over, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back 24/7, your count, here at West Holmes.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Back here at West Holmes High, it's a 3rd down 9 from the 37. Knights looking to move the chains. Keep the action here for this one play. Look like a lot of movement up front. Tigers bring the heat. They dump it off. Maltrich across the middle. Shook Lala out of his shoes, breaking some ankles on his way for a huge game.
Are you kidding me?
Look at the moves like he invented smooth, man. Woo!
This kid is unbelievable. Okay, first off, the Tigers are in zone coverage, so they got 5 guys in the area, and he shakes all of them. Big play by Maltrich.
So 1st down, and they'll dump it off here. And it looks like they're going to move the sticks again. And it's Kyle Maltrich.
Wow.
Really leaving his mark on the game right now.
Absolutely. That kid is having an absolute game. And he wants the football. Like, he is playing with great confidence. And I think the officials might be a little bit tired. There's no huddle attack. But Kyle Maltrich, you know, big play. The last time he caught the ball, there were 5 Tigers when he caught it within 5 yards of him. And he just shook loose from all of them for a big gain. You know, he has done everything tonight. He's got a pass. He's got some catches. He's got rushes. He's got some kickoff. He has done everything. I think, did he kick tonight or anything? He may have kicked the ball.
Might have snuck in there for a quick toe on the rock.
Kid has done absolutely everything. And he is, for as special as Williams Dixon is tonight, he has played pretty pedestrian as compared to Maltrich, who has been an absolute star on this night.
Now, the officials did walk off 10 yards, but have not made a signal that I've noticed. And it feels like just collectively, West Holmes fans booing. I think Tigers fans are even booing. They're like, I just want to know what's going on.
Well, I think, and I know Maltrich was on that last carry. He may have tripped and fell. I'm not. Well, now they're moving it back even more. Yeah, I don't know. I got no idea. And they're not going to tell us what they're doing. So.
Okay.
There we go.
An eligible man downfield. They just wanted to wait until they got the yardage marked off.
Right. That's like calling a fair catch after you catch the ball.
Hey, we've seen it all tonight.
Right.
And we've seen 3 quarters in the books now. West Holmes looking special, folks. 24-7, they got the lead. We are headed to money time. That's on the way right after this break. At the Keelbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience. It is time for fourth quarter action here at West Holmes. The Knights looking to remain undefeated on the season. They've got a 24-7 advantage right now over the TY Tigers. And they've got a first down and 15 after the ineligible man downfield call ended the third quarter. I'm Brian Skowronski. Effie James is with me here tonight. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout taken by Mansfield Senior to start the fourth quarter. And there's going to be some unhappy coaches. Wow. Looks like Chokey's keeping it together for now.
Well, that is 2 timeouts they had to burn here in the second half due to personnel issues. And, you know, that could come back. You know, that certainly could make a big difference here in the second half. But nonetheless, the Tigers are up against a big stop here. The West Holmes Knights first and 15 after their penalty. And right now it's vital for the Tiger defense to once again stand tall like they did the last drive and try to get a stop and get their offense another opportunity. But I tell you what, we were saying at the beginning of the game, find Dixon. Well, right now you got to find Kyle Maltridge and find out where he is on the football field.
He's lined up here to the near sideline, got one-on-one coverage at the moment. 3 receivers to the left of Wolf. Tigers bring in the heat. 8 players basically on the rush, make it 7. And it's a hot pass out to Nate Fair. He's got the catch. And I think he's going to have about 10-yard pickup. It'll be second down.
Well, again, I like the call. They line up the twins to the far side and put Maltridge back to the near side and just throw a quick hot pass right there, quick little 6-yard curl. And Mason Wolf was able to hit him right on the numbers for a nice 10-yard gain.
So it'll be second down 5 from the 26. This time they'll hand it off Williams-Dixon. And just a lot of bodies all in the middle of the field. I think he got 3 on the play, so it'll bring up a third down and short for West Holmes.
Big play here for the Tiger defense to step up and bobbled snap, and that ball's on the floor.
Yeah, it was a really fast snap by the West Holmes offense. I think it took, obviously, even themselves by surprise.
Right. Bobble snap. The quarterback never caught it. It bounced. He picked it up and tried to hand it off to Williams-Dixon, who then dropped it, and then he fell on it. So big break for the Tigers, bringing up fourth down at the Tiger 25-yard line. And the offense is going to stay on the field, looks like. No field goal attempt this time. They are going to go for it.
Going to go with an empty set this time for Wolf. Tigers showing blitz. They'll bring the heat. A couple of linebackers come. Wolf escapes some trouble, throws to the end zone, and Maltridge hit him right in the face. Covered on the play that time by Isaiah Darson, and boy, he was burnt toast.
Well, and Isaiah Darson, I think, even though he was not in very good position, I think he distracted Maltridge just enough where he lost the ball in the lights, and that ball hit him right in the helmet. Right square in the helmet. That was a walking sit-down touchdown for Maltridge if he's able to get his hands up. But nonetheless, that's a stop for the Tigers. It's what they needed. And now with just over 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, their offense is on the field.
Reese to the air on first down. He's going to have to scramble out of trouble, and he'll tuck it and get slung down on the far sideline. No flag on the field.
There's a flag.
And now it comes in late, you're right.
Wow, a lot of late flags tonight. You know, and I'm all for getting a good look at it, but that is a late flag over there on the West Holmes sideline, and it could be a late hit. It looks like, you know, he got a good push when he was out of bounds, so we'll see what they call here. Oh boy.
Yeah, it's actually going to go against the Tigers. And after the play, they say Amon Thomas was involved in some extracurriculars. So T.Y. is going to back up after the big shot to the quarterback.
That is a huge penalty. Amon Thomas going over to defend his quarterback, who he thought, and I thought, frankly, got hit out of bounds. But either way, that is a tough call, and it sets the offense back inside the 15-yard line.
So the Tigers going to need 21 yards to pick up a first down now, backed up to their own 14. And Duke takes the snap from the gun, rolling left all the way. Got 3 receivers over on this side of the field, and Lala Owens, one of them. He's got the catch and just dropped straight down to his backside before contact. We're able to pick up about 8 on the play.
That's one of those, and they've had some success in that curl zone with Lala Owens. And about that 12-yard to back to 10-yard curl, does a great job. But it'd be nice if he stay on his feet and try to get some yards after the catch. But nonetheless, completion, bringing up 3rd and 11 for the Tigers.
Clock rolling, under 9.5 minutes to go in the contest. Duke looks right, comes back middle, and it's a big catch by Bradley. Keontae Bradley bringing it in at the 40 before getting delivered a big blow.
Nice catch by Keontae Bradley with his hands. Got great contact, takes a good hit right there at the 40-yard line, hangs on to the football. And that is a big play, a big catch, and a first down for the Tigers.
The 12th first down of the night for the Mansfield offense. And a nice throw again down the seam. Dismuke keeps his feet, keeps on running into enemy territory down to the 33. Gain of 25 plus.
Well, and the Tiger offense has found some weakness inside the hash marks of the West Holmes defense, and they've thrown a couple seams just inside the hash marks against this defensive secondary. Duke Reese has been on target the last couple throws.
And he's going to go back to the air again on first down. He's got Davis, and he can't make the catch just outside of the pylon.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, that is a – you know, that's a big play, but I'll tell you, that was a nice throw. You know, Duke Reese puts that ball right on the outside shoulder, puts it in a place where only Amar Davis can get it, even though there's safeties over there for help. That ball was placed very well on that throw. Amar Davis just couldn't come up with it.
So it looks like the Tigers are going to stick with the 3 receiver set to the near side, keep Amar lined up one-on-one to the right. The lone back, Brown, he dots the I in the pistol. Duke back to the air, and Amar's got to dive for it, and he can't squeeze it. So it'll be 3rd down on the way for the Mansfield O.
Well, the thing is, you know, you get into these spread formations, and West Holmes is in a zone defense. What nobody wants to see and talk about is the fact that leaves the running lanes wide open. You know, they've got 2 safeties deep. They're spread out in the secondary. The running lanes are wide open. But, you know, at this point, you're trying to get points on the board. And they're going to throw it again with Duke Reese. And, again, against this zone coverage, it's essentially double coverage everywhere you look. And it's a numbers game up front. And when you look at the numbers, you either got to run or you're going to throw against which is essentially a dime look in the secondary. So right now it's 3rd down, and the Tigers – it's 4th down, excuse me. And the Tigers have got to make a play here on 4th down. And again, if you look at the West Holmes secondary, where are the holes? You got to find a hole, or you got to beat them over the top, and that's going to be tough.
It's going to be Duke stepping up, clean pocket. Now he's flushed, airs it out, and sneaking out of the backfield for the catch is Jameer Petty, and he dives forward for a big Tiger first down.
Well, and that is a great job by Jameer Petty of making himself available where the Tiger receivers ran deep and the secondary had to go back to cover. He released a little bit late, made himself available to his quarterback. Duke Reese finds him just as he was getting ready to bail out. He found his running back in the flat.
So a fresh set here for the Tigers. Reese is going to take the snap. He's going to get flushed almost immediately to the near side and just throw it out of bounds. Owens, the nearest Tiger, but definitely just trying to get rid of that football.
Right. At this point, you can't take a sack. At this point, he didn't like what he saw, so just throw it away. Live for another down.
And it'll be second from the 16. 8:09 showing on the clock. Mansfield trying to pull within 10. Points definitely critical on this drive. Got to have some if you're the TY Tigers. And here's Reese evading some more pressure, and he takes off and runs. And I think it's going to be enough. No, it won't be. It'll be third down coming up.
Yeah, and again, he dropped back to pass, and again, West Holmes secondary is playing deep, protecting against the deep ball. Right now, Duke Reese, 12 of 32 passing, 32 passes for Duke Reese, and I'm not sure, but I'm sure that has got to be his season high for pass attempts.
So Reese again from the gun. Petty behind him. He's going to turn, fire to the end zone. Lala, the intended target, but it's going to be intercepted. Picked off in the end zone by Zevin Proper, his second of the night.
Yeah, and, again, that's a play that, you can't call it a bad play. Lala Owens at least 6'3", in the corner. He's listed at 6'5", and you try to go up for a jump ball. I think Reese may have left it a little bit short, but again, it's an effort play, and you feel like, hey, my athlete can go up and get it. But that time, it was West Holmes' corner, and that was that Proper on the coverage? Steps up, makes a big play in the end zone for the Knights.
So both of Duke Reese's interceptions on the season been pulled down by the gentleman wearing number 1 in the blue uniform here tonight. On the change of possession, first down here. They'll motion Sam Williams-Dixon into the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Churning forward, Tigers tried to strip the football away from him, and I think they might have. They say they got it.
He's got it. He's got it in his hands right now.
Well, we're going to have to take a look at the replay. Officials marking him down, Effie.
Whoa.
And you can see that there was a clear emphasis by Mansfield to try to just pull this out as Sam Williams-Dixon churning forward, and that's
Samir
tough to
Phillips. Yeah, I don't know. Samir Phillips goes in specifically to get the ball out, and wow, that is a tough call.
Yeah, Tiger fans not happy, and there haven't been a ton of calls that really make you feel like you got some heartbreak, but a couple that have been in here have gone against Mansfield tonight.
Right.
So here's Wolf. He's going to go up top. Got Multrich one-on-one, and I think he made a one-handed catch on the far sideline. The official said he's out of bounds, and now I've got a bruise on my arm. Effie punching me because this just happened. Look at this catch, folks.
Oh, my God. Yeah, somebody find out who this kid is.
That's a coach's son right there.
That was a dynamic catch.
Oh.
Dynamic catch.
And so close, too.
Yeah. And great coverage, by the way. I mean, Keontae Bradley all over him. Good throw by Mason Wolf just outside, but incomplete nonetheless.
Wolf this time takes the snap. It's going to be an option play. Fakes it to Dixon, and now he runs straight ahead and finds a crease, attacks it, barrels his way forward for a pickup of 13.
Well, that option play for Mason Wolf has been money for him. He's gained his yards on the option because when Williams-Dixon goes out as the pitch man, he's got two guys covering him. So Wolf has got to turn the ball upfield, and that's what the read says, and that's what he's been doing when they run the option for positive yards.
So it's a new set of downs, but more importantly for the Knights, the clock about to be sub 7 minutes. They're in no hurry. Play clock churning down to 5 seconds as a man comes in motion. Williams-Dixon gets the football out of the backfield, and he bursts to the outside. Doesn't get a lot there as Keontae Bradley was able to submarine him. But at least 5 yards on the play.
And Williams-Dixon has, you know, he's the type of young man that can close a game for you. Workhorse, and, you know, hasn't had an explosive night tonight, but right now he's up to 18 carries, 68 yards rushing, and gave it to him again. And right now he is just leaning, and this offensive line is just now leaning on the Tiger defense, milking the clock. And as you said, Brian, in no hurry here.
Another fresh set on the way for the Knights offense. Staying on the move and looking to move to 4-0.
And the tough thing now, Brian, that comes into play is the Tigers burned 2 of their timeouts early for personnel issues. They're down to just 1 here, so they can't do much to stop the clock here late in this game.
It's going to be a heavier set here, just 2 receivers. And they'll take the snap, give it to Williams-Dixon straight ahead. Pick up a 3.
And the Tigers have, you know, they have played well at times, and I think the word that describes their game is just inconsistency. They've had some bright spots in this game, and they've had some low spots on both offense and defense.
They're going to go to the air this time, and they're going to go to Maltrich, who gets mauled and still somehow makes the catch. That's his 4th of the night. He's well over 100 yards.
Yeah. Kyle Maltrich is, you know.
That's a dude out there.
Nobody has come close to stopping the kid, you know, other than the sideline a couple times. But if he wants the ball, he gets it. They throw it to him regardless of the coverage. He has drawn, I think, is that the 3rd pass interference he's drawn tonight?
You're right.
So, you know, he is a tough cover. And, you know, that gives him 137 yards receiving tonight to go along with 18 yards rushing and even a pass to boot. So
he's been special. Williams-Dixon has been bottled up at times. He gets the carry on 1st down, and he's going to get down to the 1-yard line.
You know, and I think, to be honest, Brian, this has been one of the most impressive drives of the game for the Knights. They've been able to control the clock. They've continued to throw the football in spots, and they have regained control of the line of scrimmage as we have a Tiger down here just inside the 5-yard line.
It was a quick snap by West Holmes, trying to catch Mansfield Senior off guard. Tigers were able to do their job, keep them out. But as you alluded to, a senior high player shaken up on the field. And it looks like
yeah, he's going to have
Samir Phillips.
Yeah, and he wants to stay in, but I think he's going to have to come out. Or is that Amar Davis?
Yeah, you're right. It is Amar Davis. Okay. So he gets spelled out here as Dalen McGinty checks in. And the West Holmes offense looking to put a big stamp on this one. A touchdown pretty much ends it.
3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Keep the action here for this 3rd and goal play. And with the play clock resetting, still 22 seconds on there, so West Holmes.
They're not in any hurry.
Nope.
They're going to run this clock down, and, you know, I can bet who's going to get the ball here inside the 3-yard line.
So it's going to be Williams-Dixon, and he ain't going to go nowhere, though, Effie. Nice play there by the Mansfield Senior D, and they read it all the way. They've had a pretty good beat on him tonight.
They really have. Overall, he has, you know, lining him up in the backfield and handing it to him has not been a great call for West Holmes tonight. And the Tiger defense has been very well prepared for that part of the West Holmes offense. It's the other aspects of their offense that I don't think they were as prepared for. But in terms of Williams-Dixon getting the ball to backfield, they have been all over him. 23 carries, 81 yards for Williams-Dixon, but for him, that is, again, pretty pedestrian night for a running back of his caliber. But more importantly now for the Tigers, it's about the clock. You know, now we're just over 3 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. The Tigers with only one timeout here in the second half as West Holmes calls a timeout to set up for what is a big fourth down play inside the 2-yard line.
We'll take a quick break ourselves. We'll be right back for the fourth down play after this.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Fourth down and 3 for the West Holmes offense. 3:15 to go here in the fourth quarter, and they put it in the hands of Wolf, who's got a pump fake, and he's going to get planted.
Oh.
But Ricky Mills coming in with the late hit. That is going to cost Mansfield, who was about to get the football back, and then another flag flies in, and another.
Wow.
So it'll be roughing the passer, of course. And, man, what a tough break for the Tigers.
Wow. Wow.
So there is no automatic first down at the high school game. So we'll take another look here. They're going to move the ball halfway.
You know, and I think this is more about the head contact, and that is certainly a shot to the head. And they're going to move this ball half the distance is the call. It's still fourth down.
Oh, you're right. They are going to let them have another crack at it.
Yeah,
we thought it was going to be Tiger football initially.
That's wrong. What the heck? They called them both dead ball penalties. It was after fourth down. For some reason.
And so they're going to hand it off to Williams-Dixon here. And on the second effort, he is going to get into the end zone. So the Knights back on the board. And a lot of screaming coming over from the side. They feel like that's the improper call.
Right.
As there is no automatic first down, of course, and it was a dead ball foul, I think.
It was the roughing the passer.
Was that a 100-yard run? What was it, guys? Yes. 1 yard.
Just been one of those nights for Mansfield Senior.
Right. After a big stop. I mean, that was a huge stop on fourth down initially before the penalty. And, again, another penalty that kept the drive alive for the Knights. And they tack on another point and essentially seal this game. Wow.
So 31-7 West Holmes in total command here as they are looking to stay perfect on the season. Tonight's high school football broadcast brought to you live and free on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors, including Barrister Title Group, Park National Bank, where you mean more, Studio 19, specializing in the latest trends and techniques on hair color, hair cutting styles, and special occasion services, Melanie Bradley of Sluss Realty, Mel Sells, especially in Mansfield, Mechanics Bank, that's better, Maumee Bay Turf Center. At Maumee Bay Turf, it's simple. We build better. and by Charter NextGen, hiring for high-paying jobs in a cutting-edge environment. Check out their website, cng.com.
Wow. Wow.
Well, penalties can be killers, of course,
Absolutely.
Effie, and especially on fourth down, and most especially when you're trying to get the football back.
Right, and we've seen a couple of those penalties here in the second half where the Tigers have had a stop, had a big play, and a penalty has cost them. So, now not taking anything away from the Knights tonight, they have really played well. They have outplayed the Tigers tonight, but I think they're gonna get this ball.
I don't think I've ever seen a kick like that.
And I think they recovered it. They did.
Let's see this.
They
look,
recovered it.
They actually laid the football on its side, Effie.
Right.
This is my first time witnessing this before, and Nick Ginsburg gives it a sidewinder, and he kicked it perfectly. Look at how much spin is going on that ball. It's like a top.
Right, and it pops out, and West Holmes falls on it. How about that? Put that in the column of things we haven't seen.
And the column's long tonight.
It is true.
so many.
Yeah.
When you start off, was it the
True.
first play of the night or
Right.
the fair catch call that
Right.
wasn't? And it's just been hard to keep up.
Yeah.
And the Tigers haven't been able to keep up with the Knights. They've been more than doubled up in yardage.
Yes.
408 for the Knights.
Wow.
Just above 200 for TY
I
tonight.
tell you what, Brian, I am officially impressed with West Holmes. And I saw them last year, and this kid is unbelievable. William Dixon, who breaks free, and he goes over 100 yards for the night. And talk about the backbreaker. Talk about the backbreaker.
Sam Williams Dixon getting loose here. Little cherry on top. He was held in check early on in the game, Effie. Now a $117 on 25 carries.
Right, and he done it in a way where they didn't force feed him the ball. They gave it to him sparingly. Once they figured out the Tigers were really all over him, they gave him a lot of carries. But again, you can't keep him bottled up all night, and that is a huge run for a special back. And again, like I was saying before he ran that, I am impressed with West Holmes, and they are. The extra point is no good, but they have shown a full package tonight offensively. As you see them just blowing the Tigers off the ball, and Williams Dixon squirting through the hole and breaking 3 or 4 tackles and then accelerating away. They have shown the Tigers a lot, a full package here offensively. And what's lost is quarterback Mason Wolf has had an excellent night. 12 of 19. Passing for 288 yards through the air for quarterback Mason Wolf. He has had an exceptional night passing the football, in addition to Maltridge having a great all-around night, and now Williams Dixon going over 100 yards rushing. So it has been a balanced night for West Holmes. Defensively, they have played well. They have forced turnovers. They have been solid and consistent all night. So they are an impressive team. And so we see now 37. They're the high scores that we saw weeks 1 through 3. That's just who they are. They score a lot of points in football games. So, a lot of people question the caliber of competition that they scored those points on. But I think most people would agree that the Tigers are a step up in competition, and they're, they put 37 points on the Tigers here at home tonight.
This was a Tiger tee that got a lot of praise through the first couple of weeks of the season, and against the Massillon Tigers last week. Bit of tough sledding, but that's a lot of teams that find that to be the case against one of the winningest programs in the history of the country. As Mansfield Senior got a decent return by Des Muke here out to the 45-yard line, and with the rolling clock, 30-point differential. Once they get this thing placed, Mansfield's going to have limited time to try to drive down, and we'll see if they even keep their starters in the game.
Right. Sure, and one of the things that looking ahead in conference play, this is going to raise some eyebrows in the conference, and the good and the bad is the good for the Tigers is it is the first conference game. And, you know, as impressive as West Holmes looks, other teams, you know, it only takes one night to play a good game. So West Holmes really looks really tough. They're going to be tough to beat in this conference, but that's why they play the games. And Senior High is going to have to go home and get some work as Duke Reese completes the pass here to Jermaine Bradley, and he gets out of bounds. And another pass to Bradley. And, you know, one thing, though, Brian, I think the Tigers are going to have to do, they're going to have to find a way to play with consistency. And these turnovers have been huge for them tonight. Just been huge. Game-changing even in a lot of spaces.
So Reese breaks the pocket here on first down, and he's going to overthrow Jameer Petty. So the clock, of course, going to roll with the 30-point differential. And you're right, just a lot of penalties and the turnovers for Mansfield. They just felt bigger than normal ones tonight.
Yeah, right.
Critical gut punches.
Yeah, critical penalties and just, you know, missed opportunities and, you know, a lot of things they'll be able to look back tonight and say, man, it could have made a difference. But I'll tell you what, Brian, I don't know. This West Holmes team, and, you know, you take away all the mistakes that Tigers made tonight, and you got to give West Holmes credit for a lot of those mistakes. I still say, you know, the better team may have won tonight. They are a solid unit. They play well. They're coached well. And they have the full package, offensively and defensively. So they are going to be tough to beat for anybody, not just these Tigers.
Take care of business again here tonight. West Holmes moves to 4-0, staying perfect on the season. Keep it here. We'll be back with the Park National Bank postgame that'll include some final stats, including an interview with our MVP. Stan Williams-Dixon, of course, was great. Kyle Maltrix, really good. Effie's pointing at him. I think we're going to invite Kyle up into the booth. We'll have an interview with him on the other side. Keep it here.
Welcome to Richland County's first artificial intelligence ATM. And if you car dance to the song you're listening to now, I will give you $50. See, that's something an ATM can never do.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, we're serious.
Gosh, that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. We hope your day is a little bit better today.
Yes, thank you.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports surfaces as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects, check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center, we build better.
Park National Bank treats your dreams like they're our own. It could be buying your first home together or making a lasting impact in your community, starting a new business on your old stomping grounds, or reimagining your current one to keep up with the times. No matter your financial goals, at Park National Bank, what means a lot to you means a lot to us.
I know that I'm not Park's biggest customer, but I'm treated just like I'm Park's biggest customer.
Are you looking for a solid career? job security, great pay, and rapid advancement, an important role with a global leader that invests in state-of-the-art technology, develops world-class solutions, and is committed to a cleaner tomorrow. Yeah, we have just what you're looking for.
At the Keelbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Take a look at all the action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Back now with our player of the game presented by Studio 19 Salon and Spa, and it is Kyle Maltrich. Crazy game for you tonight, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Hang on one second. It looks like our video feed is cutting out on us. Go ahead and get this hooked up. We're going to start this all over again.
Okay.
Hang on one sec. We are back now with our Studio 19 Player of the Game presented by Studio 19 Salon and Spa. Kyle Maltrich made so many huge plays tonight. It's hard to keep up with everything that you were doing out there. You was a huge threat in the receiving game, and you have been all season. 7 touchdowns, one of the tops in the area coming into tonight. Describe your role on this team to me and the value that you feel like you bring on the offensive attack.
Yeah, I feel like my job is spreading out the defense. Coach does a good job of spreading me out all throughout the field, in the slot, and going out wide, and basically putting me everywhere where I'm open. I can run short routes, routes across the field, deep routes, and that allows the defense to spread out. And it certainly allows teams to focus on me, which opens up my teammates Evan Proper, Nate Fair, and Logan Zollers, and all my receivers. And also with the DB stretching out, it opens up the box. I think our line does a good job getting who they need to, which opens up for our very good running back, Sam Williams-Dixon.
Yeah, and it felt like Sam, he was slow at first, but because of you and the passing game with Mason Wolf, you were able to open things up for him to burst and explode at the end, going over 115 yards and a couple of scores. How big of a 1-2 punch do you feel like you guys can be moving forward now 4-0 on the season?
I think it's very, very valuable to have on a team. You know, we're a dynamic duo. If they take away the box, our receiving core is nice. If they take away our receivers, our box is open. And, yeah, Sam was kind of slow today, but at halftime, me and him talked. We got our heads right. And, you know, this is one of the best teams we'll face all year, and if we wanted to go where we want to go, we got to get right and we got to run on them. So we talked to our line, we talked to coach, we got things figured out and got it rolling.
Well, you went all the way to state Final Four, of course, last season, and you graduated some fantastic players. Because of that, I think there was some conversation about will West Holmes be as good this year as they were back in 2021. So far, you're checking all the boxes. What were the preseason conversations like amongst you guys in the locker room, and did you feel like maybe you even had a better roster than a season ago?
I have to give a huge props to all the seniors. They were great leaders, and honestly, I was young last year. I was just a sophomore. And having Tucker Kaufman, Raider Estep, all in front of me taught me so many things. A big one, Raider, is finding open grass. A lot of the routes he calls, coach entrusts me. I just got to go find open grass. And with those leaders, I feel like they founded us. They shaped us for this year. And being able to carry on and showing what they've done for us and taking it to a next step, I think we're very capable of doing that.
Yeah, no question about it. And you as one of the leaders now, just as a junior, you and Sam, it's been awesome to watch you guys blossom out here in West Holmes country. Of course, you guys transferring a couple of seasons ago. Everything's rocking and rolling. You look like the OCC favorites at this point. Did you feel like you were heading into the season?
Yeah, heading into the season, Coach always says we have a huge target on our back. And we know that. Coming out of every game, we're going to get everyone's best shot. We like to think of it as everyone's Super Bowl. If they beat West Holmes, I mean, honestly, it's a good shot to get in the playoffs with getting all of our points. But if they give us their best shot and we go down, like, that's going to make their season. So we got a huge target on our back. So each week we got to take it seriously, no matter what the team is, and come out and play our game. Can't lower down.
All right, Kyle, if you want to take a look right into that camera and give a shout-out to anybody who might be watching, now's your time.
I want to give a shout-out to my dad. Great coach me up, Coach Gardner, Mason Wolf, my quarterback, and Jeremiah Hahn. Thank you.
All right, that's a nice collection of guys right there. Kyle Maltrich, our Studio 19 MVP. So many huge plays tonight. Unbelievable to watch you in the flesh, man. Thanks so much for the time. All right, we're going to take another quick commercial timeout. We'll be right back to wrap things up with Effie James. Keep it here.
Maumee Bay Turf Center, a leader in synthetic sports services as well as natural field construction, maintenance, and renovation. Maumee Bay Turf is part of Turf Nation, the most trusted source in the synthetic turf industry, including creating the surface for the biggest game in pro football. From professional, college, and high school sports to recreation and commercial projects. Check them out at MaumeeBayTurfCenter.com and see our large collection of finished projects and services. Maumee Bay Turf Center. We build better.
Back here in Millersburg, it's a 37-7 victory for West Holmes, getting it done tonight over the Mansfield TY Tigers as they move to 4-0 on the season. Great showing and display by the Knights tonight as we'll dive into our final stats of the game presented by Park National Bank. I'm Brian, got Effie James with me, and you look at the numbers, and they're pretty telling, I think, about how the final score kind of played out. We talked about it at the end of the game and the big penalties and the turnovers for Mansfield, 4 of them tonight.
Right.
They were huge, of course.
Seems like every one of them were critical at that point in the game. And, you know, like you said, the stats tell the tale, and none more than the total yards. I thought offensively, the West Holmes offense was on all cylinders. They brought every piece of their offensive game. The rushing game was solid. The passing game was really, Mason Wolf played a really solid game tonight. And, of course, our MVP, Kyle Maltrich, was the glue. He was involved in every aspect of the offensive game plan. So they came to play, and their total yards told the tale of the game. On the flip side, you know, I thought the Tigers had their spots, and they had opportunities in this game. And, you know, I think the term that sums it up for them is just missed opportunities. And because of those missed opportunities, it enabled West Holmes to extend their lead and gain more momentum. But didn't turn out to be the competitive ball game we thought we were going to get tonight. But it showed us a couple things. One, West Holmes is a solid. They're as advertised, and you know, the Tigers got some work to do. But it's still early in the conference season.
Tigers drop their second straight night, stay perfect at 4-0 as Mansfield now 2-2 overall on the season. But like Effie said, still 6 more to go in the regular campaign, and then just about everybody getting into the playoffs again this season.
Right,
so It's all about getting hot late. Kyle knows that, as the Sam Williams-Dixon. When they were freshmen at Loudonville, they came in, I think, a 1-win season, and they went 3 games deep into the postseason. That's all that matters, is getting hot at the right time.
Absolutely.
I want to thank all of our generous sponsors for helping bring you tonight's contest live and free. And, you know, we wish that we could have showed you the video in real time the entire time. But thanks for sticking with us with the audio and the instant replays here tonight at West Holmes. For Andrew Ziegler and Effie James, I'm Brian Skowronski, inviting you to watch us on the Friday Night Pigskin at 11:30 this evening. So we better wrap things up so I can get back and host the show. See you on a live stream near you tomorrow. We got plenty of them. Keep it locked in on the OH Report all the time. So long for now.